We are back. No, I was starting to have technical things there happening.
They just rubbing off on you.
I was like, "Where's the other button?" I'm just tired between this and moving and everything else. So, but we are back for the last toss one back Thursday of 2021. So, end of some people a long year. I don't know. Was it long? Did it feel like a long year to you guys? Did it feel like
a repeat?
A weird year?
Groundhog's Day. All over the whole year.
It is what it is.
Because, I mean, 2020, 2021, because everybody's turning around 2022, which when you say it, 2022 is like 2020 again. So we might be in a loop.
It's on replay, repeat, can't get off of it. Somebody hit pause.
2022.
Thanks, Lord.
Shout out Vanessa in the house. What is going on, Vanessa? Good to see you, my friend. And so
hope everybody had a good Christmas. Get that in before.
Yeah, hopefully everybody had a good Christmas.
Holiday.
Set to have a happy New Year. Let's crack open a beer here. And I guess we ponder back over 2021. Overall, how was your 2021? Well, we got 1 day left, so.
I mean, it wasn't the worst year I've ever had.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't terrible. I mean, kind of got on the other side of. I feel like he was coming down the hill of the COVID thing, where he could actually get out and kind of enjoy life again a little bit. You know, with the vaccine and the boosters, you kind of felt a little more safe, and so in that regards, it was definitely better than 2020 for sure. I think. Still wasn't to the full safety of feeling like you could go anywhere you wanted to.
But it did teach us a lesson, because we took for granted that we could just go out and live our life with no consequences. And now you appreciate it when you can go out and, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you took for granted what you had before. And maybe if we get it again, eventually, hopefully, then we'll be grateful for the lessons we learned.
Yeah. Yeah, tell the people what Santa brought you this last week of 2021.
Oh, yeah.
What is that?
This last week of 2021.
It's not been that bad. So we had Christmas on Friday.
Night.
We had a party at our house for Christmas Eve. We had it on Christmas Eve. And then I was off. I came home from work Tuesday. What is today?
Today's Thursday. Your Christmas was Saturday. You was off Saturday and Sunday, but Kylie worked Sunday.
Oh yeah, Kylie. I came. We went to Our Lady on Sunday, right? And then when we came home, my daughter was like, "I don't feel good," and so I was like, "Fuck," because she really don't complain about not feeling good.
Yeah, not at all.
And luckily, I had a couple of tests. And so I went downstairs and I checked her, and she came up COVID positive. So we've been in the house since then.
So since we've been in close contact, I've had to quarantine all week. She's had to quarantine all week.
But we were talking today. We were taught, us like, it's really not been that bad. Well, I don't know, like, logically how I feel about the new, like, CDC guidelines for quarantine. But when we tested positive, it was like, fuck, 10 days, like, we're gonna go insane. And then that same it was like 5. I'm like, oh god, that's so much better than 10 days. So,
but wasn't it 5 for unvaccinated or vaccinated?
Well, vaccinated people can, as long as they don't have any symptoms. This is what I remember. Don't take it as gospel, but it was, if you're vaccinated and you've been exposed, and you don't have a positive test, then you just have to wear a mask and you can go about your daily life. If you are positive, then you have to quarantine for 5 days, and then you have to wear a mask when you leave for 5 days when you come in contact with people. But I also saw another thing. It says healthcare workers are supposed to be out for 7 days versus 5 days. But I mean, luckily, knock on wood, my daughter, because like that, I took all the medicine out of the cabinets, and I told, because she's got her bedroom down in the basement. It's got a bathroom and everything. So I'm like, I packed up all the medicine and I took it downstairs and I'm like, I'm staying with her. Like, we'll quarantine down here. And then we kind of started feeling kind of yucky. So, and then I was like, well, probably be better. We're all vaccinated. So it'll probably be better if we just all get it at once. And, you know, so she's been pretty much staying down there.
But she tested Sunday night also. And it was kind of
yeah,
like.
because it's like a pregnancy test. Like you have to have the 2 lines. And it's like, is it there?
So for her, the one line was solid. Like,
well, that's always solid.
Yeah, that was solid. But the other line that would show that she was positive was really faint. Like you could see it, which normally you can if it's negative.
Yeah,
you could see it enough. So we assumed she was positive. But she's also now thinking, because she was sick like a day or 2 last week.
Yeah,
where she missed work, and she was thinking that was actually probably when she had COVID.
Yeah, but like that's the thing.
Maybe looking back now, but even though she tested negative going back to work.
Because it's like when you're vaccinated, it's like the symptoms are so like they could be anything. Like I remember I get headaches often, so it's easy to dismiss them. But I had a really bad, I feel like somebody was like poking a damn ice pick down on the top of my head. And then I was really nauseous and my teeth hurt so bad. I told Todd, I'm like, my teeth are so sore. I'm like, maybe I was like gritting my teeth because I didn't feel bad. I mean, I had the headache.
But she could still smell and taste, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're saying with the Omicron or whatever the fuck it's called is that you don't lose your smell and taste.
It's more just like cold type deal.
So who knows?
Now for me, I tested Tuesday, which she thinks it could have been too early.
Yeah, because you're not supposed to test until 5 days after you've been exposed.
But I came back negative for me Tuesday, and I've not had any symptoms of any sort other than
sneezing and
other than Monday
tired.
and Tuesday, I was super tired. Like I could have laid down and just went to sleep at any point during the day. Yesterday wasn't so bad. We took down all our Christmas decorations and tree and everything, and that night I was kind of like, yeah, I'm kind of tired. Now today I've been like super no big deal. Like it's been fine. So outside of that, I've not had any symptoms of any sort. So if it's hit me, I tested negative. I don't know.
But he's got like the immune system of like a computer. Like he doesn't get sick ever.
Yeah, knock on wood. She's not wrong about that.
Yeah,
I probably had a cold less than a handful of times.
In 24
years that we've been together.
24 years we've been together, he's probably called into work twice.
Yeah.
He doesn't get sick.
So
yeah, I rarely get sick either.
And it's not like her and I she quarantined herself in the basement Monday.
Yeah.
For a while, and then the rest of the time we haven't really been been together, slept in the same bed and all that, like normal. So and I've been fine still since. So
yeah, I mean, who knows?
Yeah,
that's a good thing.
We got off easy.
Yeah, I was gonna say if this is all it is, then hopefully this is all it is, and we're done. Yeah. Be done with it, or build upon it, I guess, for the next round.
I think you guys are getting some feedback there. I don't know if it's the volume or, but I hear myself echoing.
Sound fine on our end.
The people watching, if you hear echo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear echo coming back when I talk, like after.
We
can try.
I mean, I don't know how high you guys got the volume because you're trying a different computer.
Now.
Control.
Yeah, control. I don't even know if you have to put control.
It's not just a volume thing, but then I want to make sure you guys can hear too.
Yeah, now we can't hear you.
Oops, too low. Hey, Samarad.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, is that good?
Yeah. Can you hear us?
Any feedback or anything?
I don't hear anything really there now, so that might be good.
Might have been, might have just had it too out.
But
just keep us posted if anybody else says anything.
But now it's
we'll
it's good.
Around until we figure it out.
Depending how you guys came out of it. My old boss, she had it, and she was kind of the same way. So it depends what you get and body reacts to it, and if you've been vaccinated and stuff too. But it's a lot of people trying to get. I was in Walgreens earlier. I did go there and do a FedEx package, and somebody came in trying to find a test, and they were sold out. So.
Oh yeah, I went.
Yeah, when I was sick, last week.
Yeah, when she was sick last week, I was trying to find tests, and there was like nothing anywhere.
Yeah.
The only place
Guy
I
came
saw was
in.
there was a test at Walgreens, but it wasn't like the normal. Like
It wasn't a rapid. You have to send it off.
it was like $100 and something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's one
Yeah,
of the
I don't
lab
know.
ones. Yeah, it's funny. The guy came in and asked for a test. Didn't have a mask on. Like, oh, so you might have been exposed, but you're going to expose everybody else now.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, it's like you're asking for a test. I prefer you have a mask on. And it's funny. One of the workers there, like there were 3 workers, and 2 workers had their mask on. The other one had the mask down around her chin the whole time. I'm like, why are you even wearing it? Because you're not even wearing it. Right. It's like if you're supposed to wear it for companies, then wear it like the company tells you to wear it. But her manager's standing right there next to her, like let her do it. I'm just like,
or as South Park called it, those are chin diapers.
Yeah.
Did you watch the ones when they're 40?
I started to. I didn't. I only watched like 5 minutes of it and I turned it off, so I was too tired to watch it.
Shannon's like, you watch that without me, son of a bitch.
And he's usually the one that gets pissed off when I watch stuff without him.
Yeah.
He was in bed, it was late, and I was like, nah, I was getting tired, and I was like, I'm gonna turn it off.
I'm about watching stuff. I think I'm a couple episodes behind Yellowstone right now.
Ooh.
Yeah, you're not missing much.
No, not really. You're not. I guess season's been disappointing because they're concentrating too much shit on Jimmy. Like, who gives a shit about
Jimmy? Oh God, yeah.
Like half the episodes of every episode has been about him. Like he wasn't even that interesting when he was on Yellowstone, like regular. I mean, he still is, but like a normal character on Yellowstone.
Like they should have sent Teeter. That would be interesting. That would I would have been okay with.
Cheers,
Jimmy,
James.
But I will say,
Jimmy. It might be the goofiness or awkwardness or something though.
He's boring.
I will say that 1883 is really good.
Yeah, but you guys got Paramount Plus, right? So
yeah, we got.
I don't feel like buying another streaming service. Like
I know.
If people are cutting their cable, but guess what? You're spending money again because you're buying all these different streaming services.
You're right.
Like, people are buying Disney Plus now because of new Boba Fett, and it's just like that's just too many. It's like all they're doing is just screwing you another way. It's just doing it another way, you know.
Yeah, you're not wrong there. That's for sure.
I started adding them up. It's like I tried to watch one of the West Virginia games. It's on ESPN Plus. So now I have to buy the ESPN Plus or get the ESPN Plus, Disney, and whatever other channel they throw in there for their package.
Yeah, Hulu, I think it is.
Yeah, it's like, why can't you just put the game on ESPN on the computer? I can watch it.
No, why is that on Plus? I didn't even know they were doing it. That's crazy.
Yeah.
You watched The Last Kingdom, don't you?
No, I've never seen The Last
Kingdom. Oh, God. So good.
Oh, we did just finish last night.
Oh, yeah, the Raised by Wolves.
Raised by
Oh,
Wolves.
my God.
Oh, yeah. Well, let me get these comments first, and we'll come back to that as well.
Okay.
Cheers, James, in the house.
Hold on, James.
What's happening, homie? Gilbert's in the house. Cheers, fools. What is going on? Babsua, good Gilbert. He started talking French to the little Gilbert. Watch out. Don't get him all excited talking French to him now. Oh, we got BC in the house. Cheers, Ron Todd. Cheers, BC. Up in Michigan. His team plays tomorrow with a chance to go to the championship. That should be a pretty good game between Michigan and Georgia. I'm not sure what to expect there. The other one, I'm in Cincinnati, but I feel like you guys have peaked for the season. But then I saw the running back for Cincinnati is an Alabama transfer. So he's trying to get that win against Todd. He wants to stop him. So we'll see what happens.
I never know.
Give a cheers to James. This year was not too bad. I got vaxxed and married.
Oh.
There you go. Congrats.
Right.
So, yeah. So it wasn't totally bad for everybody out there. So, people talk 2020, 2021. Not the years you were accustomed to, but not as bad. And this week we had the lowest.
Things change.
The lowest job, people looking for jobs since like 52 years or whatever. It was like 100.
Unemployment.
Yeah, so the market's out there, and it was also kind of the year to work because a lot of workers were able to get their companies to go different ways by standing together and stuff. So there's some good things, I guess, that happened here. In Ontario, it was 5 days for vaccines.
Power in the people.
Yeah, if you're not considered high risk, you get tested in the first place. They're letting this crime rip through. They hope you'll get well soon. Seems like they're doing all right now. They're still drinking beer.
Yeah, we're fine.
Yeah.
You can still taste the beer, so that's a good thing.
Oh, yeah.
I say we're here tonight. It's all good. Appreciate that, James.
Shannon, Rod, and Todd. Drinking on a Cowbell Brewing Nitro Stout, son. A little Cowbell. Nice. Beer Hound's in the house out there from the
Beer
OC
Hound?
in California. Cheers, Beer Hound. Listen, we are over 20% positivity today. Highest since this all started. Nothing being done. They have given up. Yeah, there's been a lot of the areas having like record marks and stuff. Ohio's about to hit a record, I think, too. Were you saying, Shannon?
Well, today is like it said today. I think it was today is the highest recorded cases since all of this has happened.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of like, I mean, at least we have the vaccines, you know. But that's what I was me and Todd. Do you still need like to get caught up in the comments?
Go ahead. I'll get caught up in a second. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, that's what Todd and I were talking about earlier. I was like, you know, it's fine because we have the vaccine and most people, they get it and it's not that bad. But our healthcare system is still like being so like overgrown with everything. And, you know, and that's like people who have a heart attack or a stroke, they're fucked, even if they're vaccinated because the hospitals are so full. And I've always been like,
it's
your body.
That's the issue. You may not
Right,
think it's
yeah.
that bad for you, but then it backs up a log jam at the hospitals for other people, like people that can't get their cancer treatments and stuff.
Yeah, and you know, and I'm always been like, it's your body, it's your choice. If you want to get vaccinated, then and you don't, then that's on you. That's your choice. But when it comes to this whole when people can't get into the hospital when they have these things, I'm like, it makes me kind of rethink it.
Non-COVID related.
Yeah, right. And I'm kind of like,
should be like they should
maybe
be first over the others.
Right. Like maybe they should have just allot so many beds to these unvaccinated COVID people. But still that tugs at my heart too, because people
still want to take care of everybody.
And people just don't think. People that don't get vaccinated, I mean.
Well, I mean, I think that's a risk you take if you don't do it and you get it.
Yeah, I know, but people are brainwashed.
Joe would say, if he was here, that's on you.
I know, but people are brainwashed, Rod. Like,
it doesn't matter. There's enough.
Trying to make it more than what it should be.
At this point in life, if people are brainwashed, I call it.
I know, but I just
information out there. Whether you go to read a book, whether you go online, whether you research it, whether you go to a lot, there's just too much.
I know. I get it. I totally understand.
Like, at this point, I can't feel bad. I mean,
I'm not
asking
people
to get it that didn't get vaccinated, but at the same point, I'm like, you kind of brought it on yourself.
I know.
Yeah, right.
I mean,
I know exactly what you're
saying.
And that's it. And that's it's like, you know, it's like if somebody did something where they went to some state where they do something things certain way, they start doing. I'm like, that's where you're at. That's how it is.
No, and I like logically, I understand. Logically, I do. But even like, I feel like if I saw a sick person and they didn't get vaccinated, because people fuck up sometimes. Now, like if I saw a sick person and they were like, fuck the vaccine, and they're about to die, I mean, I'd still fucking help them, but I'd be like,
but that's why you're a nurse and it's a good nurse. I'm sure.
I know, but I just like sick people need to be taken care of. But I also realize that people that tried to prevent being sick, when like I get the whole, it's just not black and white, but I understand that logic needs to prevail over emotions. And I know the logic and I understand the logic, but I'm weak and I feel shit.
The part that you said about like your own body, it's like, I don't think, it's not like a person getting pregnant, your own choice, your own body. I mean, it's kind of like if we all lived in a bubble, then that would be the case. But anytime you're taking your life, you're putting it with other people's lives.
Right.
It's not about just you anymore. If you were going to do it and not leave the house and not go anywhere, then yeah, don't worry about getting it. But if you're going to put yourself in the mix of other people, it's not just about you.
And
right.
And I also am like, okay, if you only give a shit about yourself and you don't, I understand that logically. But like I'm like, well then fuck you, die, you know. But then I'm also like, I feel
that now. No,
I mean, whatever. I struggle because I'm like, fuck you, die. But then if I see them in person and they're sick, I'm like, I want to help them, even if you know what I'm saying. Like, I know logically how it should plan out and the plan should be, but when it's staring you in the face, it's a different story.
It'd still be a fuck you, but I'm going to help you.
Right, exactly. I'm like, you got yourself here, but now you're going to fucking take me down with you, and I'll go gladly. Yeah.
But I mean, to your other point, yeah, there are some people that just maybe just don't know, or they get confused, or they just follow the wrong type of things, which, everybody can make a mistake, I guess. It's kind of like some people that go down the queue hole. It's kind of like, then they're like, what was I thinking? How did I get so deep in this rabbit hole type situation?
Right,
Well,
yeah.
there are some things that can kind of do that. So to that point, yeah, there'll be a few, but there's a lot of them that are just like hardcore about it. It's just like, that's why I said, if you didn't want to get vaccinated and you get it, don't go to the hospital, stay home. Like, why would you go to a doctor now? You didn't want to listen to the doctor before.
Right. Yeah, right.
Just
Now
stay
you want
home.
to save you.
Yeah.
Because it would be like, so
Put it in God's hands. Put it in God's hands. Put it in God's hands.
Yeah. God will protect you. God will protect. If it is God's will, go home and what will be.
Apparently, you didn't think it was God could put a doctor here to help you, so let him go ahead and handle the rest of it. Take the wheel, Jesus.
Oh God, Jesus Christ! When is the day where this isn't a topic that we talk about?
I don't know, but
hopefully 2022.
No,
probably not. But
I think it's going to be here for a long time. It'll be here just like the flu. I think over a period.
Well, that's what we were saying before. It's like there's been other pandemics before.
They'll treat it.
Kind of runs its course, and influenza basically. Like the influenza was a pandemic at the start. Now it's just. I mean,
some people still die from the flu, and some people
die
from COVID. So
yeah. It's just going to be a part of life. It's just going to be another thing where you get back, you get flu shot. People get flu shots. You're going to get a COVID shot, whatever.
Yeah,
the boosters or whatever it is. You're just going to have to live with it now. I think at this point.
And I'm just like, be thankful there is a COVID shot. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I understand the logic. I totally do, and I believe in my mind. But I got fucking like. I've gotten better about logically thinking and not just feeling everything, but like it still is a balance.
Yeah. Wayne's in the house. Hello, Rod. Todd is shining. Last toss one.
Wayne.
2021. Cheers, all. Cheers, my friend. Yes. Last 2021. Drinking a Shiner Bock. Have not had one of those in a while. Pros.
I have not either. Speaking of, what are you drinking?
I am actually drinking, because it is the last week of the year. It's a celebration, bitches. Celebration Fresh Hop Ipa.
I haven't had one yet this year.
It's pretty tasty. It's an IPA, but to me, it's more like a red ale with the maltiness and the richness you come through. Not as much of a toffee feel, but you take a look at what's left in my glass. It's definitely more red than an IPA is.
Right.
It's very pretty.
I feel like it's more of a red ale than an IPA.
I've always enjoyed that one. I don't know why I haven't picked it up yet this year. I just finished one, getting ready to open up another one, but I was drinking on this before the show. Just picked up today, actually. It's a sour, Southern Grist.
Oh, nice.
Swing better.
Yeah,
Around the horn is what it's called.
As soon as they just got here, I won't have them anymore. Now I'll be moving. So.
Oh yeah, it's true.
That is really pretty with the purple and the silver.
They actually just started showing up here, and 2 weeks ago, maybe I think.
Yeah.
We can get them in Louisville, in Kentucky, before that, but now they came over here. So this is a sour ale with lactose, funfetti cake mix, strawberry, blackberry, coconut, and vanilla. In the kitchen sink.
Who can't use more funfetti in their life, right? It's always good to have.
6.5%. It was actually pretty good. I got more coconut on it than anything else. That was definitely predominant, even though it's like the second to last ingredient listed. But it was pretty good. It wasn't overly sour. It was about right. Actually, it was pretty good.
Yeah, this one's 6.8% ABV.
I'm ready to open another one from Southern Grist I also picked up today. This is the Mango Upside Down Cake IPA.
Oh.
And this one is 7.5%. New England style pale ale brewed with lactose, vanilla, mango puree, and hopped with Azaka and Huell melon. I'm not sure what that is, but Huell melon. Oh no, I assume that's a type of hop.
Is it brewed with melon, or does it say?
No, it just says brewed with lactose, vanilla, mango puree, and hopped with Azaka and Huell melon.
Yeah,
which I've never heard of that hop.
Might be a newer hop. They got new hops coming out all the time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I just never seen that one before.
Just
Anyway,
like marijuana strains, they got new hops.
Right.
Beer Hound is enjoying a Stone Hazy IPA. Pretty good. Baby Yoda. We got Baby Yoda in a while, so yeah. Epic Bloody Marys tomorrow. Number 4 shrimp, if I can get some, 4 per pound. Whoa, that's a big shrimp, Vanessa.
Oh, damn.
So you put a 4-ounce shrimp on the rim of the Bloody Marys. Nice. One
Jeez.
stick if you're going to stick them in. Ooh.
Yeah, that is a big ass shrimp.
Shiner Bach is good, yeah. Yeah, Shiner, the Spetzel Brewery and their beers with Shiner, they tend to have some decent beers, but I think a lot of times they get overshadowed. Like, people just don't look at them as much as they used to back in the day. Currently drinking Tang. We went to the moon with the Fisher Space Pen.
And a Tang in forever.
Right?
I don't know if you can still get it or not. Did you ever drink Tang?
Congratulations, JT.
Yeah.
You never drank Tang before?
No, yeah, I did.
Oh, okay. You're making a face like it was Poo-Tang. No, we're talking Tang.
It was like baby aspirin in a bottle of water.
I can kind of see, that there.
I remember growing up, they must have had some kind of giveaway or something. You buy the little container of Tang and you got it like a glass with it. We had a glass when I was growing up as a kid. It was a little bitty glass.
Buy Tang very often. I think I had it when I went to my friend's house. We always had the orange juice concentrate, which reminds me of Tang, but tasted way better.
Well, growing up, Tang was like the good shit, right? Because then the knockoff was Sunny D, because it was like watered down a little bit more.
Oh.
Yeah. Sunny D was one of the
tastes like shit.
Sunny D.
It was all right, but it was like orange drink versus orange juice. It was like, it's okay, but it's not the thing I'm thinking of.
Right.
What is up, Bart? Cheers, my man.
Bart?
Good to see you. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year upcoming. Thanks, Vanessa. People I know are getting it in droves. We have not gotten it two families here thus far. We actually got a couple, 2 or 3 tests here. I think I've never had a test for it, but where my wife works, they get them, so she had a couple extra. Hope you'll feel better. Stay safe, Bart said.
Thank you.
I'm getting an N95 mask tomorrow. Home Depot has them again. Yeah, they'll be back out, I'm sure, with the numbers up. They're going to be getting some of the masks back out there.
I think, you know what? I don't know that she has to wear that now or not. They went to the N95s there for a while, but I think now they're back to just like the normal paper, not the paper ones, but the
disposable.
I guess they are paper, the generic looking ones.
Yeah. Well, some have the double mask they do now, and so.
Because on the weekends that she works, I'll take her lunch when I'm off, take her up lunch or something. When she comes out to get it, she's usually, I think, having like the paper type mask on. But before she had to wear the big, N95, and she hated that thing. She's like, I can't breathe in this thing at all.
But you know where people can get masks at? Rajay BeerVentures store.
Hey, there you go.
Rajay BeerVentures masks. So I should have done it without James' comment up there, or Vanessa's comment, but that's all right. You guys saw the website. A lot of people who need a hospital bed for surgery can I get right. There was, like I said, I've seen people that had to get like cancer treatments or hip replacement or back surgery, some type of other kidney issues like transfer or transplants rather. Different things that got put off because they didn't have beds in certain areas. Darwin said a lot. You're right about that. Indeed. What's up, Metal Guy? Hope everyone had a happy New Year. And definitely hope you did as well. Hope you're ready for the new year. Y'all know that Metal Guy. Check him out as well. I drove to Chattanooga in 40 hours there and back with my mask where no one else was. One clerk said you wear a mask. I shall put one on for you. Oh, that was nice of the clerk. Yeah, Tennessee is one of those states where last time we went down there, I guess Gatlinburg, was not outside Gatlinburg, where we went, and I went to go get some beers and stuff. And there were people not really wearing them as much, except maybe some of the workers and some of the places and stuff. So that state has some issues there on some of their stuff there. But, you know. They got Metalhead 1990 in the house. Cheers, homie. Good to see you. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. But I was thinking, I said, that metal guy, and we got Metalhead. Like I said, a metal screen pop up. What up, Steven? Cheers. Imagine a math teacher saying something like that. You can't learn. It ain't my fault. So take a 0 and leave the class. Right? Well, some people you just can't teach. Like college isn't for everybody. Some people trade schools are better for. I'm just saying. Just saying, you know, not knocking them down, but go with the skill set you got. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly, Rod.
I know a lot of people went to trade schools and make good money, so not like I can say they're broke. The virus will always be around. Vaccine, yeah, I think they'll be around as well. So again, you know, the vaccine, like people will say, like I see people say, well, the vaccine, people still get, like, well, the vaccine never said you weren't going to get it. It was like you have less chance of dying or going to the hospital and stuff. You can still pick it up. Your chance of getting it was less, but when they came out, they never said it was. People say we never said it was 100%. We never said it was 100%.
Well, politics, Rod. People want to whatever makes their narrative better.
It shouldn't be a political topic, but that's a whole different thing, right? So,
all right. It should have never been. You're right.
AIDS is not in it yet. Well, AIDS won't because they can treat it now.
Right.
Yeah.
And they make more money treating than getting rid of it. So once they can do that with anything, it's rare that I think we'll get rid of another type of situation, you know. That's why
all about the Benjamins.
I mean, even like earlier this year, like you heard of measles popping up again. And it's like we got rid of measles back in the 50s or something, right? And now it's back again. And it's just like, why is it back? Like, why do we still have that? You know, is mumps going to come back too? Is smallpox going to come? I mean, we do have smallpox in the CDC. It
was smallpox. It was.
We still have the germ. We're the only country that still has the germ, I think, on file.
I was on 1883.
No, smallpox. That was normal then, though. But it was measles on something else, though. Maybe it was something I was watching.
Yeah, I didn't watch that. With the smallpox was on 1883.
Yeah, that was normal back then, though.
Right? That. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. You must have watched it without me.
It was what was I was watching? Dang, it was measles. Oh, it was on. It was on You, the series You on Netflix. That's what it was. The guy had measles, and he had kids that had a birthday party. Well, no, the kids had measles and gave it to their son. Well, he didn't get the vaccines and all that because, you know, they were like, oh, I'm not going to get all that, you know, whatever. So ended up giving it to the other kid, which was the guy, you know, the main guy.
He didn't get his kids vaccinated?
No, his kid got measles. That guy paid for it.
Okay.
No, that's what made I was just thinking that the measles. I was like, there's something I was watching, and that came up.
Your house says celebration this year was so good. I agree, it's the best one so far, in my opinion. Yeah, it's a decent one. Like I said, it says IPA, but when I think of like red ales that I've had, it feels more closer to a red ale than an IPA for me. It doesn't have, it's more maltiness than it does like the hoppiness that you usually have in IPA. I mean, I'm not a brewer. I've brewed beer, but I don't work for a brewery. And I just like feel like it's not as much an IPA. But there's different types of IPAs. They had the top styles from Untapped that were checked in this year. And I think 4 of the styles are IPAs in the top 10. So
say it again.
I said Untapped had their top 10 beer styles for this year. They put out like 4 of the top 10 styles were IPAs.
Oh yeah,
just different versions of IPAs. But is it because the IPAs are that good, or is it because the breweries are kind of always throwing IPAs in our face? You know, if that's your choices, usually you're going to drink those more often. So that leaves that question out there. It's like the chicken and the egg. Is it really that good, or is it just because it's forced upon you? I don't know.
Who knows?
You guys have to answer that. Best sour I had was a gummy bear sour. Ooh. I'm going to try to get some gummy bears earlier. I think they have any. Became overly political, and people love staying in their clans. I go by what I've seen here. I trust people who got it. The docs. I know, told to get juiced up, son. Yeah. The problem is I don't trust people. Like they think, well, people do the right thing. Like I don't trust the American people to ever do the right thing. I feel like you look at history. Yeah, you can't trust us that much. It's like, other countries shut down to not let Americans in. I'm an American. I wouldn't let some Americans in my house. I'm just saying.
You're right. Exactly. Probably most.
Yeah.
We got a lot of shadiness in the country. That's all I'm saying.
I know.
Right.
Like I appreciate how we got here, and the people like there's always this thing, like when you don't like the president, people are like, fuck our president, but I support our troops. And I cannot identify with anything more in my entire life than that. Like I do appreciate, like I support the troops. I don't necessarily always support who's commanding the troops, because the troops are there because they're about America. And I feel like a lot of times the president is there because he's about himself.
But the president would be the highest troop, right? So
he should be.
Your commander in chief. So at the same point, troops will usually be there for what, used to be protecting us, whatever. But now it's a lot of corporate interests that have troops and stuff too. So it's kind of like more about business sometimes, and even
I fucking hate
stuff, because it's like we go to some countries, but there's other countries that do a lot of worse shit, but you never see us going there, right? So it's not always like we're there to be the peacemaker and everything. We have to have something of an interest in.
Like I'm not a big Bible person, and I think this was in the Bible. Something about like the root of all evil, something about money is money or something like that.
Yeah,
money is the root of all evil.
Yeah.
Preachers will preach that, right? Okay,
and then they'll take everybody's fucking money. Yes.
Yeah, this is like Joel Osteen will get up there and preach money is the root of all evil, but dude, look at where you're living. Look at what you're driving. You're saying the money's root of all evil.
I can't.
Look how much money you got. Look at Creflo Dollar, how much money he gets. Look at all these preachers that get all his money. Jimmy Swagger. And
he was
the only one I would say might be like that when he was alive, would have been like Billy Graham. Because Billy Graham seemed to really be for the people when he did a lot of this stuff. But a lot of the other preachers, it's like, dude, you're rolling down here in the Lincoln Navigator, custom made Taylor seats.
Joel seems like
skaters on your feet as you step out, and it's like, and you're about living that meek lifestyle.
Joel seems like, look at my big ass house,
but you can't come
in. I don't care if you're flooded or not. You ain't coming to my house.
In the floods in Houston, he closed the church. He closed the church in Houston,
right? Yeah.
And he got pressured. Nobody.
Yeah. But I feel like those mega preachers and politicians start out the same way. I feel like a lot of them start out trying to do good and wanting to do good, and then they get fucking corrupted by money.
Yeah.
I could corrupt them, but yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they all start out as wanting to do good, and then they're weak.
Well, here's a question.
What?
The preachers, everybody tied their money to the churches. Where did the preachers tie their money to?
Oh, that is a good question.
There you go.
The preachers tied to their money out.
They should basically be working for free then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, always be like,
no, you probably need them too.
They'd be always like, we need to raise money for the church fund. And I'm like, for the church fund, like, why don't you kick in some? You got all the money. Oh. Galaxy Hop is still my favorite. Galaxy Hop's a good hop. I would tell you, Beer, if you ever get a chance to see Mad Tree Brewing, get their Galaxy High.
Oh, yeah.
Galaxy Hop. That is like one of the best beers.
The Galaxy High. Well, I like the Citra High too.
Yeah. Well, if you like the Citra Hop, the Citra High would be good. For me, Galaxy High is my favorite of the highs.
Yeah, yeah.
One of my favorite beers that Man Tree puts out. That's a really good one. Shiner Bock needs a more attractive label. It is kind of still old school, right? It's an old school label for it, but I think that's what people appreciate about it. I had one from them last year, I think, and I want to say it was some type of pecan turtle or something, whatever it was. It was really good. It was one of the places when I was buying beer that we had on tap where we can buy and shop. I'm going to miss that. Like, I don't know if they did it in Maryland. I don't know if you can buy beer while you're actually shopping for beer and drink it while you're in the store. Like, you can't hear, which is kind of cool. But it was really good from Shiner. Skip in the house. What's up, Skip? Cheers, homie. You doing a New Year's stream at all? Couple shots for the countdown. I actually debated maybe doing something tomorrow, but I'm not sure yet. With me in the process of moving, I plan to be doing a lot of packing this weekend on stuff and organizing. Like I put a thing up there on the community tab. All the
and being a boring adult.
I'm going to be taking all this glassware down pretty soon here, so you won't be seeing that behind me. I don't even know going forward. I mean, try to do a show next week into the new year, but depending on we're getting in crunch time now, it's starting to get a little tight. Where to see if we have a show next week or next couple weeks. But
let me know if you do decide to do something tomorrow night.
Okay,
I'll be around.
Yeah. I don't know where everybody
Going anywhere, do
It used to be people went out nowadays.
Yeah, I'm planning on going back to work on Saturday.
But here's the thing now, right? So watching the news earlier, New York City, right? Because everybody watches New York City when they do like New Year's Eve. So they're doing a thing, but they're bringing down the amount of people they can have. But you can only go if you're vaccinated.
Right, I saw that. Yeah.
How are you going to control? It's outside, how are you going to control people not vaccinated showing up? It's just like
I guess they'll fence it all off in the end of. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know how you do that.
Like, I'm confusing myself because I'm like both sides, but I'm also kind of like, honestly, we kind of need to expose all these people that aren't vaccinated because it's not going to fucking get better until they're all like either herd immunity. Either they're herd immunity or they're dead, which makes me like hurts me to say, but like.
What did you see what China's doing now?
Who?
China.
No, what?
So China actually yesterday there were people that were somewhere they weren't vaccinated.
Yeah.
So they pretty much rounded them up and put them in they had like a white outfit. It wasn't like Squid Game and that, but they had like a white outfit or whatever jumpsuit on, and they put their picture on a frame that they wore around their neck, and they marched them around so people knew who the non-vaccinated people were.
I mean, it might be necessary, but it's all.
But you're saying about police stuff. I'm saying China actually did something like that, so they knew these people were not vaccinated, and when they marched them around the town square and stuff, then it's like.
That's old school right there.
Yeah, that's China. China gets hardcore, Thomas. Tennis players disappear and doctors.
I'm just glad I don't have to make these decisions.
Right.
That's like where I work at. They were talking about like the vaccine mandates and all this stuff, and a lot of people are freaking the fuck out because they're like, "I'm gonna have to get vaccinated, or I'm gonna have to lose my job." And I was like, "I'm glad that's not my problem." I'm like, I'm glad that this isn't something that I have to worry about tomorrow. Not necessarily, I'm happy that they have to worry about it, but I'm like, I'm just, I'm like, not my problem.
Well, things are right now. If you lose your job, it's a great job market. So.
Right. Like you have a solution. And that's the thing. If you have a problem and you have a solution to it and you choose not to do the solution, then it's a self-inflicted problem. But I also realize some people just don't think the way I think.
Yeah, I mean, some people are dug into their beliefs, and
it doesn't mean that I want them in my life and I agree with them. Just means that
you can challenge someone on is their belief system. That's why a lot of people have trouble religious fights and political fights, because if they're grown into a belief system so strong, you can't attack head on. Trying to prove a point because it just it digs in more. So
I will say I had this CNA at work and she was freaking the fuck out about COVID. And then I was like, get the vaccine. Just get the vaccine, get the vaccine. And then she's like, well, I'm afraid. I'm like, listen, when I got it, I'm like, maybe there's something bad in it, but maybe there is, maybe there isn't. But I'm like, I'm willing to take that chance because I'm scared of death coming to work and killing a bunch of people. So give me the vaccine. And so she ended up getting pregnant. And towards the end of her pregnancy, she was like, which was like where they had already done the studies and everything about. And I understood when she was pregnant. I'm like, it's a little bit more complicated now. Understand. But, we'd have these conversations. And finally, she was like, I think I'm going to get it. And I feel like, because I'm one of the few at my work, not the few, but like I'm in the lesser of the people I work with that got the vaccine. Most of them didn't. And I'm like, fucking give it to me. Give it to me. Like I would rather be more anxious about something happening to me than have the anxiety of worrying about taking it to work and killing all these people.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So I'm like, and I'm kind of like, as a healthcare worker, I'm kind of like, I don't want to judge people, but I'm like, as a healthcare worker, you should want to take care of. You should take a bullet for the people you're taking care of.
That weighed on me too. Is like, because I wanted to get vaccinated just because I knew it would help in the long run. It could help, but I didn't want to bring something home
to me and then
give it to her and then take it to her, facility and kill a bunch of people. I was like, I couldn't live with that. Like, I was like, I'm doing it for them also because we're in the same household. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't.
But I feel like
necessarily for me, but it was for everybody else.
And she was young, but I feel like I did. Like when she said, "I'm going to call I was like, oh, I was just like, because I try not to preach at people.
No, I could say, I could see from a girl's perspective, not knowing that's wanting to have a baby, especially a young, not wanting to get it. I understand that because you don't know what the effects
Right,
Right, that's where the research and stuff comes in. But it's like some people, it just takes a little bit to get to the decision, which I understand. It's like people that take a little bit longer is different than people that just swear it off to me. It's kind of like they're still doing their research, they're still trying to get their judgment. That's understandable.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they're pretty much the only two people in our entire life, in our whole people we're close to that have not been vaccinated.
Yeah.
And they have a little baby too.
Yeah. But now with this Omicron, I guess it's the kids and stuff they're worried about with it too. So.
Right.
But because I was like, I don't want to go around the baby unless I'm vaccinated.
The other part of it too is the way it's sold to the American people with the stories and watching Fauci and all the people. They say, well, it was this amount that died, 500,000, 600, whatever the number is now. I think it might be like 700.
Like 800,000 or something.
But then you say there's 340 million, 330 million, whatever that number is that live in the States. So really, you're not talking about a high number. That's what people are like, I'd rather take a risk because percentage-wise, it doesn't affect me, probably.
Right, yeah.
Statistically speaking, it's a low shot. I mean, that you'll end
until it does.
Dying from it. Until it does. Like, no one knows who that is on the roulette table when it's going to stop and the ball's going to be on their number, right? So that's where it gets into it. And then it affects other people. Again, like we talked about earlier, you may not get it. You may not die from it. But if you get it, you're taking a bet of somebody else that needs it for something else they can't get in now.
Yeah, I mean,
you're basically leaving that person possibly dying. So,
I mean, I was like,
that's a chain reaction.
Yeah.
I was like, with us having the Christmas at our house and then come and find out that, our daughter had it Sunday. And we're like, now I got to make the send texts and calls or whatever to people that were here. I was like, I felt so bad because it was like, we had no idea. At that point, she had no signs of anything.
Yeah.
But I still had to reach out and let them know. And then everybody's like, everybody was cool about it. Luckily, everybody had been vaccinated.
Yeah.
That was here, but.
Well, and that's when
still at the point
Kylie's best friend. So me and Kylie's best friend's mom are really close, and she is like I'm a liberal, but she is a fucking liberal. Like she is and they had it, but I text her. I'm like, listen, Kylie came down with COVID, and her and Parker went out the day after Christmas, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. And she's like, don't be sorry. She's like, she's vaccinated. She was so understanding about it.
Yeah.
Because.
Yeah, that's pretty much everybody I reached out to. They're like, don't worry about it. It's not anything. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. You didn't have no control. Or you didn't know, but you still feel like.
Yeah. You feel that falls on you.
Kind of a burden.
But people do know the risk nowadays to come around.
Well, yeah.
And luckily, our daughter isn't a big hugger like me because I just get all over everybody, and Kylie's more of don't touch me.
Back off. You don't know me. You don't know me like that.
Yeah, she's like, oh, thanks.
Yeah.
I'm like, come here.
Gilbert said frozen Minute Maid orange juice. Yeah, I had that growing up. Frozen Minute Maid. CDC now stating we should all use N95 masks. Yeah.
That'd be nice if they were available.
You don't use those anymore, do you?
No, I can't even get a fucking regular mask at work.
Right, keep me updated. I would definitely will, because I'll be up in New Jersey a little bit more now since I'll be within a couple hours. And obviously Baltimore's not far from where you're at too. So cheers. Got Big Daddy in the house. Sipping the Worldwide Stout 4-pack, $14.99. Great price for 18%. That is a great price.
I still haven't been able to see that one here.
18%? Jesus.
I won't tell you what I got Rajay deals on that before, but yeah, that's still a good price. Still a good price.
Yeah, that is a good price. And Big Daddy, I'm just about ready to send your package out to you.
I feel like you've been telling him that.
No, I got some other. I was waiting to get a few extra beers to put in there.
It took 2 years to see the cardiologist. I see them for answer January 25th. Nice.
Maybe tomorrow.
Switch to Great Lakes, Hanlon's Point Coconut Coffee Porter, and Evan Williams Small Batch. Very nice. It's funny, I was listening to, we were listening last night on the radio coming home. We ran some errands, and I know, Todd, you listen to the Shantae show once in a while on the radio on XN.
Oh, yeah.
And she was talking last night about, they were talking about how messed up did you get on New Year's Eve before, right? People were calling in with their stories and stuff like that and everything. And guy was talking about him and his buddies. They got like 2 cases of beer, like a couple bottles of whiskey or like that and everything. And I think it might have been Jack or whatever. They were just blah, 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 knocking it all out and everything like that and everything. And like he had to drive him home, and it was like the guys were passed out all around him in the car. And he tried to open the door and drive and not realizing where he was. Looked down, it was 80 miles per hour, and he was on the wrong side of the road. It's like, she's like, damn. So she's like, you're lucky, like nothing didn't happen to you or like that and everything. When she was talking about, like, you can't be doing beer or whiskey like that. Like, apparently she doesn't know how people do it nowadays, because stouts and whiskey are pretty common, but these guys got after it or whatever. But it was funny listening to some people calling out some of the stories they have from New Year's Eve. Like,
I always like their stories, and they always do it every day. Like I'm right home from work, I always turn it on, and they always got something like whatever the question of the day is or whatever.
Yeah,
different things. It's always pretty good.
Bill said this year I think Celebration Candy. So they may have, but like when they can, you see where it's like the fresh hop IPA. Which if you haven't had fresh hop, I would definitely recommend getting that. Fresh hop is they actually when they harvest the hops, it's done like I think it's the first 72 hours. They have to cut the hops from the vine and then make the batch of beer from it when they're fresh. Totally great experience. If you like hoppy beer, fresh hop is definitely something you want to try at some point. Navel oranges or seeded ones? I thought all oranges had seeds.
No, if you get the cuties, like the cuties, they're the navel ones. They don't have seeds in them.
But are cuties oranges or cuties oranges?
Oh, yeah. But do you remember the ones?
Do what? What'd you say, Rod?
Are cuties oranges, or are they like a tangerine? Or
yeah, I think they're more like a tangerine, but
maybe they're tangelos.
Do you know?
Yeah, tangelos.
I don't know.
Like we never had that. We never had that growing up, but now in the store you get tangelos. Like, what the?
Yeah, my mom gets these ones, which she hasn't for years, from QVC, and they're humongous. They look like grapefruits. They're so big.
Well, it's a crossbreed, I think, of a grapefruit and an orange.
But they're so sweet and they're so juicy. Like you peel it off, you're a fucking mess from all the juice. But
you can literally squeeze it and just about fill this whole glass.
They're so good.
Juice, a lot of juice.
Yeah, they're really good.
I mean, they're expensive, but they're worth it.
Speaking of Tom's mom, Peggy!
There she is!
Happy New Year! Hopefully, Merry Christmas as well. And we were just talking with the kiddos, having a little bit of COVID action. As a retired trooper, I must listen to Commander Chief regardless of public. Yeah, that's what you're supposed to put it.
Right, yeah, because you're for the country, not the president.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's how it should be, you know.
Exactly, yeah. That's why you can support the troops and not the president.
Right. Hey, Peggy, Happy New Year. Please repeat or post that Galaxy beer. It is Mad Tree Brewing, and it is their Galaxy High. Let me see if I can find a link here. Because you know what, it comes out like in January or February or something.
Yeah, it should be coming out here pretty soon, I think.
And
March, maybe. I'm thinking March.
Where Bill is there, they actually get Tavor. So Tavor, I think, may pick them up. I think Tanya at one point, that's in California, had gotten those. But I'll put it here in the comments for you, Bill.
Yeah, I feel like February or March.
I feel like dogs should shed this much in the winter.
All right, Beer Hound, I just put it in the chat there.
Makes me want one of those now.
Spam biscuits, my. What happened? Oh, spam bots. Okay. Yeah, don't even worry about. Yeah. Personally, there were people who died from the vax and the COVID.
Mm.
Well, they didn't die from. You're saying people that had the vaccine that died from COVID, because the vaccine. I don't think the vax killed anybody. But I don't know. People could have reactions to it. I mean, there is a risk with it as well, depending on which one you get too.
There is. There's a risk to every medication.
Because I'd be curious which one that happened with. It was funny, like, who was it? Cardi B. Cardi B had some stupid comment out there, and she never got really checked on it. But she tried to say, like, something with the vaccine, like a friend of a cousin or something like that, everything, whose boyfriend got it, and, like, I think their balls swelled up or something like that. It was some stupid comment or whatever like that. And they're, like, really, like, and it's like, the thing is, as ludicrous as it sounds, there's people that listen to her. You know, she has always different followers out there that follow her on Twitter,
right,
and Instagram, and all that as an artist and everything like that. And it's just like, you throw stuff out there that not even happening, not even true. And it's just like, you end up doing more harm than good when you do stuff like that. The Russian bot farm has made an appearance. Yeah, they will show up. But that's all right, because that's engagement, and YouTube likes that.
That's a true statement, Eric.
I'd rather die right now than be in China.
Me too.
But would the Chinese food be better in China than we usually get here in the States?
If you're a man.
The Chinese food.
Chinese food. Is it really Chinese food?
What did you think I was talking about?
I thought you said something about wanting to be in China.
I was saying that the Chinese food is better in China than we get here.
Where's your mind going?
If you go to Italy, Italian food, people say it's better there than it is here.
Well, of course it is.
Yeah.
But it's still made by Chinese here.
Well, so we went to...
well, I would say probably in China, you're going to get like bat and dog and cat. No. Where here's like chicken.
You're going to do that.
That is a horrible thing to say.
Only the fine dining
establishment.
No, they have the markets for that. They have the markets.
A friend of mine had to work out of China for a while, Brian Meyer. And he used to show pictures on Facebook all the time when he was like at the wet market or whatever, like all the foods and stuff. And it was all kinds of different things that you had to eat. Like, I'm not sure that was one of them, but it was all kinds of shit we don't eat here.
But we have our version of the
chicken
food.
Wings.
Chicken wings.
Are bat wings better than chicken wings?
They have no meat on them.
Yeah, they would be all.
No, I don't think that would be very good.
Kind of gristly.
Be like just the skin.
You're right. Which that may not be bad though. Fried skin, those are usually pretty good.
Some restaurants
I feel like we're being closed-minded right now.
Be like what?
I feel like we're being closed-minded right now.
What? No, I'm asking a question. Bat wings? People eat. They have markets where they serve bats over there. I'm just saying.
Well, yes, I know, but maybe it's very delicious.
Chicken wing. That's why I'm saying. I wonder if it would be better than a chicken wing. I mean, they may say it tastes like chicken, like everything else.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
You know, then it's on par with frog legs.
The white meat or the dark meat?
Well, it's a bat, so probably dark meat.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. It depends how hungry I was.
Dark meat's always better, right, Rod?
Dark meat is always. White meat is dry as fuck.
I got a joke on that too.
I knew you were going to say that, but I had to say it before you did.
But yes. dark meat is the best.
And this one
you
just
feel
went,
like
I know where you're going with it. I know where you're going with it, but I'm talking about chicken.
that's
You
what
said
I'm
for
No, you're not talking about chicken.
I mean, some people do call it the bone, but anyway.
That's where all the flavor comes from, Rod.
Very true.
Oh.
Hey, we'll see you. We'll see you next year, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
But it was funny because you said you felt like we were being closed-minded thinking about that. But like, if we were talking about frog legs, we'd be closed-minded talking about the South that has frog legs.
Yes.
And those do taste like chicken.
Hey, no, Rod, we are all closed-minded to an extent. Like, I would go to China. I wouldn't, but if I did.
I would go to China to see China.
And they were talking about eating bats.
Would you try them?
But then am I brainwashed? Maybe I'm brainwashed about not trying bats.
Do you think
maybe bats are delicious?
Do you think that's actually allowed now, or is that outlawed or banned? Do you think
for the bats and everything?
Yeah, because the COVID or whatever.
Well, they're like wet markets. I don't know if they force them.
Yeah, the wet
I don't know.
markets.
I don't think you can either. But
yeah, I don't know if they're allowed to still do that or they shut them down.
But the thing is, it's like, so you have the wet markets, and then you have the U.S. with their FDA or whatever the fuck it's called to approve everything. Well, they're fucking us too. The FDA, they're putting shit in there that causes cancer. They're fucking injecting our meat with all this. So what?
I feel like, it's funny. Once in a while I think about it. There's a good movie you've ever seen called Food Inc. from back in the day. Kind of a satire about the food industry, or a documentary, but they kind of point out some stuff there. And I feel like we see more things nowadays than we saw back in the day. And I don't know if it's because we get more information now and we just didn't know about it, but I see more things with autism, more things with cancers, more things that pop up that make me think, like, what if they did hit the food supply? Like, what if what if it was, what if it's because of these things they're doing with the pesticides, herbicides, whatever sides they're putting into things, and that's causing issues for people? Because we're like the only country that doesn't have to list all the stuff on food and everything. Like all the other countries, like there's countries that, like, we went to Mexico, like they don't even allow sweet and low in the country. You couldn't get sweet and low because of the saccharin and stuff. You couldn't get other stuff in other countries. And when I went to like Dominican Republic or Jamaica or Mexico, their fruit was a lot fresher than a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
so.
Pick that day or something.
It's not about making money.
I don't even like fruit, but I was eating fruit like every day.
Yeah, like in our country, everything is about making money. The food industry, it's about making money. So they find something pure like the fruit you had in Mexico, and they fuck it all up so that it can make them more money, and then we just fucking eat it and we don't question it,
Yeah.
Well, inject it to make it last longer.
Exactly, so they can make money.
Yeah, who knows what you're eating at that point when it's, something to make it prolong the longevity of it.
About a month or two ago, I actually went to Kroger, went to get stuff. I always like the Mexican sodas. Like, I'm gonna try one of these because I hadn't had one, like that Jarenitas or whatever that was, orange one and stuff. Because they use real cane sugar for their stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it was so much better than having a Sunkist or a Slice or whatever any orange soda that we have here. It was so much better having that one from there.
We don't have
the difference.
Corn syrup in it, fructose corn syrup.
Well, and like, I could be crazy. This is just the way I think, but I'm like, back in the day, like when you lived off of the land, we didn't live as long because we didn't have science and like all that stuff, but things were pure. Maybe we're not supposed to live to fucking 80 or 90 years old.
Probably not.
Like maybe there's a life cycle and they're just, it's just too much for me to unload right now, but
Well, I'm sure it's kind of why the world's sort of overpopulated now is for that reason. Because you're not supposed to live to 90 years old. You can, but you're not supposed to.
Because the old white men can make money from
medical reasons. That's
it's all about money.
Fructose corn syrup or whatever is why everybody's gained weight and they're bigger than what you should be, because it doesn't. Your body doesn't know how to digest that. It's like turns into like plastic, basically.
But they've also made us so lazy and dependent on everything. We can just go to the grocery store.
Oh, yeah,
that like we don't want to live off the land because that's too much hard work.
Unless you're Vanessa.
Yeah, unless you're Vanessa.
Vanessa lives off the land. We all just move to Vanessa's and
let her take care
we'll
of
all be good.
It's like they did a documentary or a report on Japan years ago when the American market started getting into it, and they were showing the rise in the obesity that was taking place. Now that they had McDonald's and they had Pizza Hut and they had, Burger King and all the different American things, they all wanted to try it because they always see it on American TV and stuff, and they liked it. But now they're like they were gaining so much weight from and stuff like that versus eating healthier stuff. So yeah, definitely has that effect for sure. Let's see. I visited the retirement home my grandfather was living in, and old people told me to take the bloody mask. They may not make it to lunch or rather see my face. I'll take off the bloody mask.
I get that.
Yeah.
I get it. I get that. I fucking hate the masks too. I fucking hate them, but it's for you, not for me.
Yeah. Well, I think the one thing that's probably lost the most is, like I said, you look at people kind of being, I don't say people are each other's throats or like that and everything, but you have some of the different sides and out there. It's like people wear the mask and stuff. You don't get that smile anymore from people wearing a mask.
It is, and
that smile can make a difference.
And I feel this way. I'm so fucking sick and of right and wrong. It's like my motto in life is it's not black or white. The gray is where you live. It's not like nobody's right and wrong. Like there's a median, but all we hear about is the black and the white. All we hear about is I'm right. No, you're wrong. No, you're, but all we hear about is the people that think they're fucking right. And everybody just, Yeah, I'll take another one. You might have to go to the basement to get it for me, but there's no.
That's what we're talking about. People get dug in on stuff. Yeah.
I mean, I do not hate people that think differently than me. I love people that think differently.
I welcome people that think differently because that's how you learn. That's how you grow, and that's where you have the conversation. I mean, as long as you're respectful, then that's the big thing. Everybody's to be respectful in the whole type of thing. It's kind of like you can disagree, but you can do it in a respectful way as well. It's like
you
see some of the stuff like on some of the threads, and you'll see somebody like in the comment, and it'll come out like, "Oh, you must be like a libtard, or you must be this, or you must be that." And it's like at that point, it's like, why would you ever want to enter a discussion with that person?
Right? I'm
like, still there at a lower level than where you would be at anyway. So it's just like.
Right.
Not feeding them to trolls. It's just like, let it go because you're not going to do anything with that person.
Right. And that makes me sad.
Yeah. Well, that's how people are. They attack stuff nowadays and just like automatically come to assumptions. And it's just like.
But sometimes you have to be the person like, and I'm not directing this towards you, Rod. I'm just directing this like I will talk to people. Todd doesn't like me to go out by myself because I'm too friendly. So like I'll just meet up with people and just talk and like they may have different views to me. I don't attack them. I don't like tell them they're wrong. I'm like, help me understand where you're coming from. And I can usually judge if they're open to, because I don't think I'm right. I have an opinion, and I'm like, my favorite people are people that can make me think differently than I do.
Well, the issue is when your opinion affects other people and how they live their life. That's where it becomes an issue. Like you can have whatever opinion you want to have, but what they're doing over there shouldn't affect you if there's no harm being done. If they're doing that, they're not harming you or harming anybody else.
Right. You got to be okay walking away from a conversation.
You don't need to be involved.
Right. You got to be okay walking away from a conversation that doesn't change them, because you might come into contact with 20 people or 10 people that think differently than you, and you listen to them and then you say your spill. You got to be okay with them walking away spilling the same way they did when you talked to them.
Yeah. The ones my meds each month fit a 3-inch ring binder. How many pages of tiny print received? But you got a lot of stuff there, Vanessa, for sure.
Thank God for science.
Yeah. Fried bat wings can taste like potato chips. You never know. You never know. And
Exactly. They sound
them,
very delicious to me now.
You dip them in a sour cream dip or something like that. Don't double dip. Don't double dip.
Speaking of potato chips, so I was standing in line at the Circle K today, and they have Reese's cups with potato chips in them.
Okay, that's too much. That's
it sounds. I mean, as long as
potato chips in a Reese's cup.
That's what I was wondering.
That's too much. I think I'm a big Reese's fan. I love Reese's. You know, that's my candy. But
I know, so I kind of brought
a
up
line somewhere. I mean, that's like the beer with the vaginal yeast. You got to draw a line somewhere. That is just too much.
True. But part of me still wants to try it, though, right?
But was it limited edition or limited release?
No, I don't know.
You're doing.
Yeah, I look at that shit.
Much.
I don't know. I wasn't buying one, so I didn't know.
It was here, or was it like in Canada? Because Canada does some crazy shit in their stuff. So.
But it's like chocolate covered pretzels. I mean, the sweet and the salty.
Yeah. Speaking of pretzels, one beer I haven't done that people liked last year, and I may pick up one if I can get a single of it. The Leinenkugel Twisted Pretzel. People seem to really like that one. If you happen to see it, there might be one to try to check out.
From Leinenkugel? I haven't seen that one.
Leinenkugel, yeah. Yeah, they have it out now. It's one of their Christmas beers.
We did have a Leinenkugel at her brother's house.
Oh, that tasted like a Tootsie Roll? Yes.
What was it? Do you remember the name
of it? I don't remember the name of it.
It was pretty damn good, and it tasted just like a Tootsie Roll.
I tell you what, if you get away from the summer shandies and the shandy types, I mean, for me, getting away from it, they have some other decent beers they put out. I actually had their beer booth one year at one of the beer fests, and they had some other decent stuff that was not bad.
Well, we tried this one. And I was like, holy shit, it's like just like a Tootsie Roll. It was unreal. It was good. It was really good.
Yeah, it was really good.
Like, this is Leinenkugel? What?
I know. So I was thinking, I was like, really? Are you sure?
Yes,
Gilbert says that Chinese food here is a different thing, son. There's no General Tso there. So, yeah. You try to go to the restaurant, let me get the General Tso with steamed rice. They'd be like, I don't know what you're talking about right now. What do you mean, General Tso? Is he coming? Who's General Tso?
Yeah, where's he at?
Like General Tso, though.
You get all nervous because you know how Chinese generals shut shit down over there.
Yeah.
They're like, we did nothing wrong. We did nothing wrong.
No.
You've been here for an hour. You must go now.
Vanessa said bone in. Well, bone in into the bones out.
Yeah, bone in. That's bone in every day, all day.
Yeah. So you like that more than the boneless as far as the chicken wings? Yeah.
Boneless is chicken tenders.
Pretty much.
It's white meat.
Yeah. It's just balled up. It's just balled up tender.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like bone in everything.
That's what she said. That is what she said.
The bone is the best part.
Can we quote you? Yeah.
Absolutely. Quote me.
That lab was working on Corona corn varieties. Yeah. Oh, Asian persuasion. I do like some good Chinese food.
Me too.
Let's see that lab. Really good YouTube channel that educates people eating real clean food is Bobby Parrish. Very informative while being entertained. Oh, okay. That'd be a nice one to check out. I like some of the food channels that are out there for sure.
I could totally
welcome Steve Dave to the channel for the first time.
What was his name?
It's just Steve Dave. Two first names.
Oh, I thought he said Steve Day. I know a Steve Day.
Years ago, Utah's not labeled. Wait a minute. It was not labeled. I think Utah. They use mentally retarded as a catch-all. Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
they
use that. Yeah. Or they would say slow back in the day. Like they're slow. Like what?
We're all slow in a different way.
You guys like a kid or whatever. Like what? They can't run fast. Like no. Like you can't tell a kid they're slow.
Yeah, I was slow. I'm still slow.
Todd will spit his beer out. Yeah. Yeah, I remember when I was a kid one time, there was down at my grandmother's house in New Jersey, there were kids that were near the park where we used to play at, stuff like that and everything, and they were challenged. One of them was challenged and like that and everything. Some of the kids tried to pick on them and stuff like that. I stood up for one time. And it was just like, I never understood why does somebody need to feel like they need to pick on the kid anyway? Like and any kid, it's just like the whole bullying type thing. And it's like, why
It
do
is.
you? I mean, like I was one of the bigger kids, growing up. I was more muscular than chubby or so than I am now. But it was like you never felt the urge to have to pick on anybody. Like, but there would be kids that felt the urge to have to pick on people just to make them feel better about themselves, I guess.
But you know why they do that is because they're hurting. They've had like
they're lashing out.
Right,
Yeah.
make them feel better about themselves, right?
Yeah, I mean, like they have they have a pain that we don't know, and that's just.
I tell you what, though, parents are different nowadays than they were back then. Because now parents will be like, "Oh, just try to ignore or go to say." When I grew up, it was like, "Well, you need to hit them back or whatever." And they're like, "What is their?"
Oh yeah.
What is there? You need to pick up a brick and hit them in the head, or you need to pick up like parents back in the 70s and 80s were like, "You need to defend yourself," and don't let me hear about them beating you up and you can hope out it. You need to defend yourself because I'm taking you back over there. That's how it was back then growing up.
No, that's how it was. Like I had a girl at work or at school, and my mom was like, "Don't you you go up and she picks on you, you whoop her ass," and I'm like, "Mom, I don't think I could do that." Like,
just don't start it, but you can finish it.
And my brother had this girl. Our bus stop was at the end of our driveway, and there was this girl down the street that used to always fuck with my brother. But my brother was a guy, and he was like, I'm not gonna hit a girl. And my mom was finally like, I'm tired of watching this shit. If she fucking hits you, you hit her back. Yeah, to a girl. And so my brother did, and she left him the fucking alone after that.
It was a different time back then. But you know what? At the same point, it was like, yeah, you were a kid and you fought and you were done. It wasn't like you were shooting somebody; they were dead.
But I feel like I would give the same advice to my daughter.
Well,
if somebody, because I mean, it's my daughter, and I'm kind of like, whoop her ass. Like if she's fucking whoop her ass. Like you're not gonna get in trouble when you come home.
THBC, toasted coconut, velvet cream, vanilla, milk stout. Who's that from?
Terre Haute Brewing Company.
Oh, Indiana.
No, but Rod,
no ABV on the can, no. So it's an X.
I mean, I'm a gentle soul, but if Kylie had somebody,
No, but take it back. 6.6. No, 5.6. Sorry, go ahead.
At least you knew I was talking.
Just didn't see it.
No, but somebody was.
Oh, like you've never.
I know.
Give me your readers.
You're there. But if somebody was picking on Kylie, wouldn't you be like, whoop her fucking ass?
Yeah, I've told you that before.
I'm like,
don't start it, but somebody starts something with you, then
exactly.
Game on,
defend. Because I've always told Kylie, I'm like, listen, I've never been the one to be like, do what everybody tells you to do. I'm like, I know she's a fucking teenager. I'm like, I know what I was like when I was a teenager. Go fucking live your life, have fun. I'm your safety net. Now, you're gonna be an adult, and if you fuck up now, you got this is when you learn your lessons. You go out, you get drunk, you do this, call me. I got you.
It's like you're getting out of jail free time, right? Yeah, you get out of jail free.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, but if somebody call me, I'll whoop their fucking ass. I don't care if they're 15. I'll whoop their ass.
Yeah. I mean,
I guess their mom's ass too.
I guess we're trying to be more of an enlightened society now with some of the way parents stuff are, which I can understand too. But at the same point, it was a different world growing up. It was just
Everybody's pussies now, though, Rod. Everybody's a pussy now.
Well, I said back in the 90s, we were heading to a pussification of America. I used to always tell people everything was just getting weaker and weaker, and so it's kind of I feel like some of the stuff you see nowadays and you read, people get their feelings hurt on stuff, and it's really that hurt your feelings, There was a lot shit rougher back in the day than you. Someone called you a name on Instagram and it was that terrible. You're crying, really?
Right.
right. Yeah. Exactly.
Rod, I'm gonna tell you something. You know what my favorite quality about myself is? Is that my feelings don't get hurt. You gotta fucking work to hurt my feelings. My feelings don't get hurt. Do you feel like my feelings get hurt? I don't. Tell me the truth.
Not really.
Yeah, he can tell me stuff, and I'm like,
not really. I mean, if you do, I would never. I don't know it if they do.
Yeah, my feelings don't get hurt.
Unless it's something that hangs with you for a while, and then I can tell. But
yeah, but
mostly, not usually. No.
I don't really know what somebody could say to hurt my feelings. like you are more worried about my feelings than I'm worried about my feelings. I feel like.
I mean, that's true. Maybe.
Yeah, like I'm like feelings are weakness.
Take an order of pound chicken and set you on.
Because I feel things.
They be in China like, I don't know what you're talking about, sir. What are you trying to order?
Oh,
Szechuan noodles.
that's got like peanuts or cashews.
Yeah, that's like American. Like, yeah, we don't make that
I think
here.
probably got a package delivered.
I have a lime tree. You wouldn't believe the difference. Having like your own natural fruits and stuff, so much better than buying them in the store. Well, that's it. Live off the land. Yeah, and that's like I like watching some of the off-grid channels here on YouTube as well, because it's just fun watching them do stuff like that. And it's like some of the stuff on like Discovery or TLC, whatever channel it is. They live off the. It's like you own that. Like that's your stuff that you've grown. You know it's natural. You know you have all the stuff there, and it's just like I gotta feel like the taste is that much better. Just think of how many people. And like it shows like in inner cities now where like on top of apartment complexes, people are growing gardens and stuff like that. But just think if people were to grow their own whatever space of garden, you know.
Oh yeah, right.
We'd have like fresh stuff around. I mean, that would just be a big change.
But you know, the only bad I don't know, I guess unless you do a lot of canning, kind of like the olden days, you know, just can a lot of stuff. Because like my mom and my brother, they grow gardens. But they end up growing more tomatoes than they know what to do with. So then most of it ends up going bad because you can't eat them fast enough. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like they'll start giving them away to everybody.
Well, that's the thing. Like back in the day, like if someone grew something that you would see things where neighbors would take fruit and vegetables over to their other neighbor's house, right? So if Peggy's growing like tomatoes and someone else is growing corn and someone else is growing
that's true.
And you're not going to the store. I mean, you got your own supermarket right there. And so
right.
You have fresher food, and you're probably saving the money because now you're just growing it yourself. Once you got that initial seeding taking place, and you're reseeding stuff again, it just works out so much better. But I don't know. That's just my thoughts on the whole thing. I don't have a garden here. I thought about having a garden before, but we don't have. My wife's thought about us having a garden, but we haven't done that. But
yeah,
it'd be kind of a cool type thing.
Then he'll grow all these like peppers, like habaneros and shit, even hotter ones than that, you know. And then he'll dry them out and make like pepper flakes, you know, that you put on pizza and stuff with them.
Yeah, I had one of my neighbors.
Peppers and whatever. It's like shit that's too hot for most people to eat.
One of my neighbors that used to live here, he grew peppers. He'd bring me peppers all the time because I love peppers, and he grew all kinds of different peppers there, which was cool. And he grows some other stuff. So it's kind of like, I feel like that's what, that was that sense of community before things got broken up over the years where you had, people moving here and there out to the suburbs or whatever like that and the urban places and downtowns, and farming was kind of a lost type thing. But back, years ago, I got to think farming was that thing. Like my grandparents, they had a farm at their house. So they had like, he would grow, like my grandfather would grow corn and tomatoes and stuff like that out in the backyard. And they'd have a lot for us, but what they didn't get, they would sell at the farmer's market. So,
right.
And I got relatives out of Virginia. They still do farming.
Speaking of the peppers, it just reminded me of something. So my niece with my brother's daughter bought him a hot sauce for Christmas. And you ever watch the YouTube series?
The Hot Ones?
Hot Ones, yes.
Yeah.
So it was a hot sauce that was on air, but it was only like 600,000 Scoville units. So not really a super hot one?
Not a super hot one, yeah.
Oh my God, this thing was freaking hot. So we just took a little bit and poured a little bit on a chip. Like everybody that was here that night, this was last Friday.
Yeah. We
just took a little dab and put it on chip. Even my brother, like he loves hot stuff. And we all ate it. Like, that's not so bad. And all of a sudden it was like, holy shit, I was getting ice. I couldn't get enough ice. Got milk. We was passing it around. I was like, good. Well, I started sweating. I was like, how do they eat the millions of Scoville unit stuff? I was like, this doesn't make no sense.
So it wasn't even like a Reaper at 2.2. So yeah.
I don't remember what the pepper was that was in this one, but it was hot enough. I was like, I don't even want to go any higher.
Was this at Christmas Eve?
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't there for that.
I did not see that. For everybody's, even
cheers, Rod Todd. Shannon just getting out. Give me 5. So CB's getting out of the sauna right now.
The sauna.
Yeah, he's got the sauna. He does the sauna. He does his treatment. He's got the sauna, and he's got a little bit of his, puff pass that he can relax in the evenings. And
there you go.
Yeah,
I hate being hot.
It's good. It's good therapy. Good therapy.
I
feel naked if I don't have a mask now. Like, you get so used to it when you have a mask. Well, you're in California, so you guys were like one of the first ones.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What part of California?
He's in the OC, Orange County.
Oh, see, I feel like that'd be the most horrible place to live.
Why is that?
Because everybody's so plastic and superficial.
I can kind of see that. I can see that. Bill's not,
Yeah, I don't get that vibe.
Well, he may agree with you on that, but yeah.
And it's also portrayed that way on TV.
It is. This is what you get there. Yeah.
Well, and there's a big homeless issue there too, but I mean, I want to get in contact with him because I have so many questions for him.
If you're homeless, I'm like, 2 states you probably should head to: Florida and California, because I'm like, you're homeless, so you want warm weather as much as possible, right?
Yeah. The fucking homeless have a right to be wherever they want to be.
And you're by the ocean, so.
And then you get to look at all these fake ass people that shouldn't be so judgmental. Maybe he can teach me stuff.
Go to Venice Beach and lift weights. Mathematics studies help. Yeah, I was joking the other night. I was like, talking about trig. I still haven't got to that point where my teacher said, "This trig, one day you'll use this in life." Yeah, I still haven't used that trig really.
Well, I don't
remember much from my trig classes, to tell you the truth, but
math we watched. So Rod, we were watching Raised by Wolves.
Yeah. Oh, yes. We need to get back to the Raised by Wolves.
And we got to. Have you finished it yet?
I finished it.
So we finished it.
He was the one who was telling us about it.
I know, but last time we talked, he hadn't finished it yet.
Oh, he hadn't?
No.
Oh, okay.
So we finished it, and I told him, I was like, you know what this is? I understand now. I said, it's like a fucking math problem that you think you can get, so you keep trying, and then you're like, nope, fuck it.
Okay.
Yeah.
If a train left California, you can't.
Well, because we watched
you like fuck
YouTube
those
video on the gas thoughts and the.
Did you guys
I'm like, Todd, I got this problem solved.
Okay,
we watched the last episode, and I got on YouTube, and I was like, last episode explained. And you know the big holes in the ground?
Yeah.
They're wormholes. They're snake holes.
Yeah.
Remember the big skeleton? Like, I never even fucking thought about that.
Yeah, the skeleton of the creature or whatever.
Yeah, I thought they said that in the episode though.
No, the only thing that I got when they got to the other end and the big snake, I'm like, this is like an Adam and Eve reference. I did get that in the Garden of Eve.
Father. Yeah.
Yeah, at the end. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that with like all the floral type stuff getting to like the tropical type zone, and then the guy that made her was guy playing God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it. It's interesting. What I found to be, and I don't want to spoil for people that haven't seen it fully yet or that, but the whole atheism versus Christianity debate in between the different episodes, and how it actually challenged the people in different ways.
Yeah.
Where by the end, the atheists were kind of double thinking their stuff, and the Christians were double thinking their stuff.
Right.
And
yeah.
It was like, yeah. So that whole intertwining of all that stuff in between, and then the whole android existence that they had, not really being human, but then starting to pick up human type qualities was another part that played into it as well. So it was for me, I would say a little bit more of a cerebral type episode or series that definitely made you think some as you watched it and everything, and it kept it interesting enough trying to figure out and go through all this stuff. And then the whole Saul thing where the guy was like basically in hiding from who was not a believer, but then he's the one that hears the voice.
Yeah, now he's a fucking believer.
And that's like going back to like the Bible, like talking like a Moses or something like that and everything. And so that kind of played. So it's a whole bunch of different things that were in that. And I think for some people, I had a few friends that didn't like it as much, but they said by the end they were like just there was just a lot of stuff happening. It was
There's a lot
hard
of
to keep up
angles.
on stuff. You had to definitely keep up and try to piece stuff together. But
Yeah, we watched the last episode and we were like, is this one of those shows where they start writing it and they don't know what the fucking ending is and they're just going to figure it out along the way?
As
or
it goes.
Like, do they know where they're going with this?
yeah, and then at the end, I mean, the sacrificing part, just to have what happened. It was like willing to give up themselves, but yet it's like, can you actually stop things from happening? You know what I mean?
Right.
So it was a lot of stuff taking place.
Who's your favorite character?
On that
Do you
one,
have a favorite character? I totally have a favorite character.
I don't know if I had a favorite character as much.
Really? Do you?
I've
Really thought about it.
Father is my favorite character.
I felt like it was just.
I almost kind of feel like the
He was
son.
too weak for
what's
me.
his name?
Champion?
No, not that one. The other one that was.
Oh, the other one was their son. Yeah.
No.
Because at the end, he kind of.
Yeah, I mean he's on his way, but he's not Father.
Yeah.
Father's my favorite.
You asked. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm trying to think of the characters there.
I like the woman with the mullet. I like the woman with the mullet too, but
Really?
I like the lieutenant that
oh no, Tempest, the pregnant one that got raped. I like her too.
the lieutenant guy who was like the second in command with the beard, like
I like him too.
He caught on as he was catching on different things in the way he kind of had a little bit of knowledge there.
Yeah. I don't know. I never really thought about.
Yeah, I never thought about really like a favorite character that was on that show. But it's definitely an interesting one.
I just hope they know where they're going, because if they don't, it's like Lost.
Well, I thought it was supposed to be like a one series type thing, but I guess maybe it's not now. So we'll see.
No, I would think it's going to be a season 2. I think.
Yeah, there's
a
season 2 coming out. Yeah.
I wish they would have had a season 2 of Watchmen. I'd love to Watchmen when that was on. But they left it at such a good spot. It just left you pondering what could happen. So
you really need to watch Last Kingdom. The Last Kingdom.
Well, I gotta watch. I didn't realize Matrix was on HBO Max. I gotta watch Matrix.
That's too confusing for me.
And then I gotta watch Don't Look Up. Everybody's talking about Don't Look Up.
No, don't watch that.
Oh, everybody loves that one.
Yeah, no, it's not very good.
Well, you watch it and you tell us what you
right.
think.
I'll watch it. It's
2.5 fucking hours.
Yeah, if you wanna,
That's all right. This movie's 2.5. You watch an Avengers movie, you're 3 hours.
Yeah, it's a good movie, so you watch it.
But Don't Look Up has a great
curious.
cast with it.
Now I'm curious to see what you think of it, because
I mean, from the stuff that I've heard about it, it's pretty good satire on things. But like I said, I haven't watched it yet. But I like the capture.
Yeah, maybe if we looked at it for satire, maybe.
I mean, it's a satire type movie.
Well, no, because I even said that to you. I was like, is this supposed to be a comedy?
Right.
Because there were parts where you're like, what the?
They were talking about jokes and stuff in it. It's
No, they do.
Yeah,
but
they do. But
it doesn't really go with the flow of the movie, like what it's supposed to. Like, it's confusing. Like the movie itself isn't confusing, but it's like confusing because I looked there. I was like, "Is this supposed to be funny or is this a serious type plot?" Because like the plot of it's not funny, where your life's going to end. Like it's not like a meteor's coming to hit you in 6 months and the world's going to end.
There's moments.
Don't tell me the movie. I haven't seen
No, I mean
it
that's
yet.
kind of the plot of the movie.
We're not.
I didn't even know. I didn't even know the plot. I just know people said the
Look at this
plot.
Yeah.
I'm not giving anything away. I mean, I think that would be in what the storyline's about.
So it was like Armageddon with satire.
I mean, that's the thing. Is like if you go into it thinking it's sort of funny, then maybe so. But
what I read about it was kind of like just people putting their head in sand in a lot of things, not wanting to realize what was taking place. Kind of like social media and different things like that. That's how people related it.
I'm gonna see what IMDb rating is on
it was
it.
like 6.5 or something, I think.
You can usually go with 6.5.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but it wasn't terrible, but it was just
it wasn't worth 2.5 hours of my life.
It was weird. It was
how many
not really weird. I mean, it just didn't gel
I
together.
was a 7.3. Maybe we're the ones that don't understand shit.
Maybe, I don't know.
I'll say how many Rotten Tomatoes.
I'm not saying it was terrible, but it wasn't 2.5 hours worth of sitting down and watching.
That's a good statement, because with Jennifer Lawrence and Leonardo DiCaprio and Meryl Streep, I just expected more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if they were like,
and then also, it was the other lady, the big. She couldn't tell it was her. That was on the news or whatever. You know, the news.
It'll come to me in a minute.
What the hell was her name? She's a big.
Quit telling me to know who it is, and then I'll fucking remember.
Well, you just had to pull it up.
Kate
Winslet.
No, it wasn't Kate Winslet. Kate
Beckinsale.
Start the C.
No. The hell's the name of the movie?
Don't look up. Kate.
Oh, there it is.
What's her name?
Katie Couric?
No.
Kate Blanchett.
Kate Blanchett.
You said a C, that's a B.
I know.
Jonah Hill.
Kate Blanchett is like a fucking chameleon, because sometimes you look at her and you're like, she's not very attractive. And then sometimes you're like, damn, she's a beautiful woman. I
mean, I wouldn't tell you not to watch it. It's definitely one you could.
Just don't have high expectations. Don't expect it to blow your mind. It's an enjoyable experience, but it will soon be forgotten.
You would say you're not supposed to live till 80. Most people over 80 I knew developed dementia. Now, some do, but look at Betty White. She's about to hit 100. She likes vodka and hot dogs. So maybe that's the secret.
Might be the key to life.
Yeah. So I've been a nurse for 20.
Alcohol and baloney.
21 years. And I have a favorite resident. Her name was Esther. And she was blind and deaf. When I worked at Wedgwood, she was blind and deaf. And she would always want an enema. And all the other nurses, when I worked on the other days, would just, they'd rather listen to her bitch all day than just give her the fucking enema and be done with it. And I'm like, you're just fucking like prolonging your agony. Like, just give her the enema and you'll be done with it. She'll be happy for the rest of the day. So, but she used to be a nurse, and she was born she lived to be like 102 or something like that.
Wow. Yeah.
That like, and she'd roll down, she couldn't see her hair, but she'd get in her wheelchair and she'd roll down the hallway, and she'd be like, medical nurse. And she'd be screaming at the top of her lungs. And she'd always tell me how great I was. And then one day I came into work and she was talking shit about this nurse. And she was like, this nurse was blah, blah, blah yesterday. And I'm like, Esther, that was me. Yeah, she's talking shit about me to me, but she could hear her see. She's like, and she was like, oh, because and then she'd always want to call. She had a medical proxy that like would come and wasn't a relative, because I'd get off work and I'd get her in her wheelchair and she could see a little bit, and I'd get off work, I'd clock out, I'd take her outside, wheel her around like the grounds and point out flowers and all this stuff to her. And we'd have these conversations and all this stuff. So, I mean, we had a bond, but and her freaking POA or power of attorney was a saint. Like, she would bring her in stuff and all this stuff. And she'd always be like, call Sandy. And I'm like, let's leave Sandy alone. And so I would dial Todd's number on her phone.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that one?
Yeah, Esther. Okay. And so I would call Todd's phone number, and then Todd would answer and be like, and she'd be like, Sandy, you have 2 eyes and 2 ears, and you need to bring me A, B, and C, you know. So I'm like, because I didn't want to bother Sandy, because Sandy's like being a saint to her. And I'm like, you're fine. You're being taken care of. But, you know, I'd call Todd, and Todd would be like, hello. And then he'd be like, who the fuck is this? You know? But I'm like, Sandy was a saint. That's a woman. She was. I remember one time she was having this conniption fit, and Kim, my nurse practitioner friend, she was having and Esther literally jumped into my lap from her wheelchair. And I'm like holding her, and she's like grasping onto me. And she did tell me, she was like, will you be here when I die? Will you be here when I die? But nobody called and told me that she was dying. And I was like, I fucking told her I'd be here, and I wasn't. You know, but she's my favorite ever, Esther.
season. I also think Charles Barkley said it during the broadcast that we all have more in common than the media portrays. The media divides it like crazy. Yeah, there's something to that for sure. But the thing is, with the media, there's some things that are media reported. There's some things that are media actually.
I agree with that
pushed,
100%.
with media being pushed on stuff. So I grew up at a time when, as a kid, we had Walter Cronkite on TV. Everybody loved Walter Cronkite and respected what he said and stuff. And it was just, he just was straight down the line. That's the kind of, and that's one of the things that led me to being a journalism major later on as well. Having someone like that is different than nowadays, where like you'll see some reporters and someone will put something out there and then they'll put a twist on their opinion on something in there as well. Well, that's not news now. That's an opinion piece, right? It's not just news. And media actually receive stuff to actually put on their screens for people to read. Like there was a report that was done last year, and the same copy had been sent around to like, I don't know, hundreds of stations. And it ended up showing it was actually a push for this news story because it was pushing a product for a company. And everybody read the same type thing, even though it shouldn't have been. It was controlled by that. And that kind of was free advertising for that company because they put it into the news type thing. So there's definitely some things with the media. It's definitely different now than what it was. And I think a lot of that changed when we started getting like the 24 hours of news coverage because we got so much stuff into it. Once you get that, you have to get the advertisers in, and you got to do things that also make money there for the capitalism side. So, yeah. And that's where it becomes like a corruptor type thing. So
people just don't realize enough is enough. You don't need more. If you have enough, that's like we have enough. Yeah, we could have more, but more could put cracks in our foundation. Because with more comes, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, enough is enough. We have enough.
But most people want to get to the highest they can get to, so it's always a push.
Yeah, I don't have
people
that.
Have to draw the line of where they want to get to, or when they're happy,
And then you get there, and then you want more. More
opens up more. Yeah.
Enough is happiness. You don't need more.
Enough for me now.
Strives for more though, for the most part.
I don't strive for more.
A nice full beer.
Have enough.
A nice full beer fridge works for me nowadays. So
we have nice cold beer.
Yeah,
we have enough.
We have enough. In the late 90s that died with enough. Yeah, there's a lot of people that didn't die as well. That in the 90s I had relatives and stuff and people too. And Shannon, she probably knows.
Yeah, dementia is the worst disease in my entire my mom died of leukemia. Like I would rather people I love die of that than dementia. Dementia, Rob. It's just.
I always felt that was more disease for the family than the person themselves.
But we don't know.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
We don't know what they're going through. They may know. I
mean, maybe a struggle for them
because
they can't remember. It might be a struggle for them trying to remember.
Or having a hard time with it. So I always feel like it was. I mean, it could be wrong. I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying.
I know.
We talked to Dan or whatever and his mom that you take care of.
It is, yeah.
He has a hard time with it, but because that person's no longer his mom anymore. Yeah. So I mean, I feel like that's always.
It's the worst. I feel like it's the worst disease.
I think very well could be worse on them, but they don't seem like they
know.
They're like Groundhog. They're like Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
But like
most of them know like a long time ago though, right? Just not like yesterday.
Yes, but when they're going through it, they know they want to tell you something and they know, but they can't
tell you.
Like I have full-blown conversations with some of my residents where they're talking to me and they make no fucking sense at all. But I'm like, okay, yeah. Because how would you feel if somebody's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like I feel like, it's bad on both parties. Like I just couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine. I feel like it's the worst disease.
Good comment indeed, Steve. And bacon wrapped sardines. I'm not a sardine person.
I've never even had a sardine. I don't want to
eat them. People find
good for them. I'm glad they can find happiness.
Like sardines to be good for them on some stuff. But because I guess the bacon will take that away from bacon. Makes everything taste better. Could a bacon make a sardine?
It really does.
Yeah. Reese's with tater chips is tasty. Ever had chocolate covered tater chips? I have not.
I have. I think I've had like chocolate covered Pringles.
Mm.
Really?
Yeah, they're okay.
They make those, or
It
you
was
made them
years ago.
yourself?
No, it was years ago.
Oh, chocolate covered bacon.
I
would do that,
good.
Bart. I would definitely do the chocolate covered bacon.
Chocolate and bacon. I mean, what would not? Why would you not like that?
Yeah. High Wire killing it. Tell me about it. So Todd just
Yes.
got High Wire basically down where he is. I'm about to leave this area and move to Baltimore. And guess what? High Wire is putting a brewery here in Cincinnati. I'm like, really? Like, kick me in the balls on the way out. Why don't you? It's like, can't believe you guys are putting one here now. They put the West 6 here as well. That they have down at the Newport on the Levee too.
Oh, in Cincinnati they are?
Well, they already have the West 6 as a pop-up shop down there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. On to Chronicle Brewing, Chimera, New England Pale Ale. Nice. JV in the house. Cheers, I guess.
JV.
Yeah. Cheers.
Yes.
JV. Hey, Vanessa, thanks for watching earlier. Yeah, JV was live earlier. And thanks for the invite there. I actually had to get some stuff done with me moving, JV, so I get a chance to join you. And then I had the show here, of course, tonight. So, yeah. JV, if y'all don't have JVs, make sure you check out JV's Hangout.
I want to try
There's
it.
some great live streams. I love Indian food. I love Indian food as well.
I've never had Indian food. I want to try Indian food.
Indian food is really good. I like the tiki marsala. I don't know what the spinach dish is. They always have like every Indian restaurant you go to, but they got this spinach, which is like a cream type spinach type dish. Put that on the basmati rice. Oh my gosh. Get a little naan bread, get the chicken tiki marsala or whatever. Then they get like this relish they make like for spice. Instead of like you use a salt and pepper and all kinds of other, they have like stuff where they have like sliced jalapenos and onions and this like little relish they make that you put on top of that, and that gives you some heat to the spice. Oh,
Yeah, Indian food is spicy.
Yeah, we had an Indian food down the street, but now it's something else.
Here?
Yeah, on Charlestown Road.
I
can get after some Indian food.
At Jeff Bakery? Yeah.
Some good stuff. Good stuff. My teacher requested to Dad I drink coffee. LOL. Had the Reese's pretzel peanut butter cups. Prefer truffle with a pinch of sea salt. I do like truffle. I do like some sea salt truffles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Aldi's makes a good one.
Aldi's does, really? I never got anything from Aldi's on that. They labeled me mentally retarded after testing in first grade. What was that say about the students who went to school with me? I finished 4 out of 166 in GPA in high school. You wanted to do a lot more other accomplishments.
They just didn't understand you.
You were ahead of them, is what it was.
You're above everybody else.
Probably you thought,
Like that's one thing they found out, like with kids that used to get in trouble sometimes, and they
They're
would think
bored.
the kids were like troubled or like that. And like, no, they weren't being challenged enough. They were at a high
Right,
level.
they're bored with
Yeah.
wasn't stimulated enough.
So that's why the kid cried when I punched his face, flicking my big ear. Dark alleys and woods exist for a reason.
Yeah.
Only thing that hurts my feelings really bad is a window with no curtains. So.
There's curtains up there.
Come in swinging, but it never hangs over my head for too long.
Show them the curtains. We got curtains.
There's the curtains.
They're called balances.
That is a green screen.
Something like that. I don't know.
Let's say you guys got a green screen up. But speaking of which, so the background where Todd's at, so Todd's about 90 minutes from me, south, I guess.
Probably, yeah.
Right, a little like that.
100 miles or less, probably.
And the window's open. This is the crazy weather we're getting through the valley right now, that we're like having this warmer type weather. We're about to freaking enter January. This is like never used to happen, right? It used to be cold as shit, and we'd have snow out there or whatever.
We got our window behind us.
Yeah, our window's open.
Like you
I'm
said.
not saying it's climate change or anything like that, but I'm just saying shit's happening. Shit is happening.
The shit is real.
Yeah.
We're getting tornadoes in places we weren't getting tornadoes before.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. It's just
You're
like,
right. Yes.
Yeah. Which I tell people, we're due for a big earthquake somewhere. I feel that if we're going to have a big earthquake, somebody's going to to get it at some point.
No, you all bitch about our curtains we do have over there, and then you bitch about the curtains we don't have. I'm so
It's
like,
when your camera's focused.
y'all love to talk about curtains. I never knew men cared so much about curtains.
They love to give us shit. Or give me shit anyway. I had nothing to do with any of that. But.
We got them at Lowe's.
Steve said, my grandpa used to get eggs from his chickens, the color of the yolks from farm eggs and grocery stores. Yeah, exactly. And Vanessa, you get the eggs like from the geese and the chickens that you have, or you get them from. It's totally different. Totally.
They are. Oh, fresh eggs are so much better.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's no question. They ain't injected with who knows what.
They talked before, like one of the things I've seen about the meat, like they inject that with stuff to give that extra pinkish type feel and stuff. Like basically, some of the meat shouldn't be as pink as it is sometimes when you go to the store.
Because when we get steaks from the butcher down there, it's like they're a lot more expensive, but they're so good.
Yeah. Well, the ones you get the store, the redness out of it's not even blood. It's just like the
food coloring,
iodine or whatever they put in it to make
the preservatives that they ban in other countries.
You're not wrong, Bill. That's the reason they won't have chickens and cows. We wouldn't need them. And if people were able to learn to raise their own food and do that kind of thing,
right? Yeah.
Raise their own vegetables. I mean, just to get away from that. Yeah, that would imagine how much of a shake of the economy that would be if people were to do that.
Money. It's all about money.
It's like people get fined in some states that I've seen because they took themselves off the grid. So they're able to live off. They bought land, right? You got the land you bought. They're able to solar power or do whatever they're doing. They're able to get the water from their land, whatever they're doing, and they get fined by the city because they're not using the city grid. They don't need the city grid. They're able to actually do it themselves. That's just how crazy it is. That's how you're just locked into the whole matrix thing here, where you have to be a part of it, even if you know how to get out of it. So,
like she said, all about the Benjamins.
Yeah.
And the old fucking white men. Old fucking white men that are all getting in trouble now because they sexually assaulted all these
There's
women.
A lot of sexual assault type stuff out there for sure.
I could have owned UPS if I knew. And plus, I'm just like, boys being boys.
Well, that's what you're kind of taught growing up, right? Like,
I guess I was, because now I've been like
brainwashed into that or whatever. It's like,
but I was never like,
You're young too, then, so you didn't.
Yeah, but I never felt like in danger because I was like, fuck you, leave me alone,
But at the same point,
you still go back on them.
No.
The same point, as men, when we were boys, we were kind of indoctrinated into that too.
Right? Yeah, you were taught to do that.
Where we would, not even if we didn't do it, not to even say anything or not even pay much attention to it, right? That was just the way it was. Like, so a lot of boys wouldn't speak out because it's just like that's what happens.
Yeah. I mean, but I heard something one time where these women are coming out years after, and it was like, because I was always like, fuck you, leave me alone. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, back the fuck up. And somebody said one time, well, not all women have that in them to do that.
Right.
Like some women just are like, and I mean, not that I wasn't intimidated, but I was oblivious. I was just like, fuck you. It wasn't like a power thing. It was just like, it was just like, leave me the fuck alone, dude. And it didn't go any further once I did that. But like some women, they don't have the voice. The voice is what I'm looking for. Some women were just more meek and timid than me, and they didn't have the voice. And so does it make it right because they didn't have the voice?
Tell them what that one forklift driver used to call you.
Oh yeah, I didn't even know. We worked at UPS, and he would come up and be, "Hey, Tata," talking about my tits. Call me Tatas.
She didn't know what that meant, though. She didn't know what Tatas was. It was like, really? How'd you not know it?
But then when I did find out I'm like, all right, well, call me Tatas. I don't really give a fuck. Tell me what you want.
That was his name for it. Tata. Hey, Tatas.
Yeah, I was like, okay, well, call me Tatas. Just don't touch them.
He'd be sitting in HR nowadays for sure. We're out of a job.
Oh yeah.
The portable slaughter truck, it was memorable as a kid. Yeah, I'm sure as a kid growing up having a slaughter truck. That's what they said, that most people had to hunt their own meat. There'd be a lot more vegetarians. Like people couldn't handle the whole process. There wasn't much bullying in my day around here. Everyone had a tears tough and could fight. Everyone plays hockey, signed up at the Armory and hung around the Oshawa Boxing Club. But depending on your environment, right? Yeah, that could play into
Yeah.
Other mask on everyone else's face but mine, Aubrey.
Right.
So Aubrey, yeah.
I can understand that.
Welcome, Aubrey. Cheers, my man. Happy New Year.
I totally
to you.
understand that.
Yeah.
Shannon, they are very shallow and fake here. And yes, lots of homeless. I have a video with 84,000 views showing it from Insider View. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, if I was a homeless person, California or Florida is where I'd probably go, just because you have weather that favors you. If you get to California and jump on a boat and get to Hawaii, you're set.
No, I'd be like, I'm gonna fuck your fucking $9 million view and your fake titties and your tight ass and your fake tan. I'm gonna put my ass right here to make you uncomfortable. That's what I'm gonna
Right in your
do.
backyard on the other side of the property line.
Yes,
Right,
that's what I'm gonna do.
Right here.
Yes.
You can't move me because you don't own this shit.
Yeah.
Yep. If I was homeless, that's where I'd go.
He said, "What up, Aubrey?" And I love heat. Bajan mustard sauce, Mexican green sauce, and Reaper sauce, and beans and rice. That's a lot of heat. I got Reaper sauce here. I tried it a couple times.
The next day.
I got the Reaper sauce. Like she bought it for me like back in March or something. I think she knows I like hot food, and it's like a bottle. Like it's only a bottle like this bigger, so it's not a huge bottle. It's still pretty much full because you put a drop in something and you're like, it's a fire. It's like we were talking about before about the hot grease in the pan. It's like you got to stand back when you put that down. It's like so
You just need the tip, right, Rod?
Just a tip. Just a tip. Or in that case, just a drip.
Just the tip.
Just a drip.
You gotta have the tip before you can have the drip, though.
This is, I use trig often, measuring lengths, etc. Well, is that trig or is that geometry? Or is it calculus? I've had all of them from back in the day. You know, I probably have used it and just don't realize it. Like the calculus, I can see. I probably use that more than anything.
We'll bring me up a couple more.
Those holes in the ground in a golf course. Very odd. 18 and
Oh, did you bring some more?
me, Rod J, playing golf video games. I think he's making fun of the way I play. That's real. That was my first time back in a long time. Now I'm good to go in the golf game, JB. That was rough, though. I watched Don't Look Up. LOL, just LOL. So Vanessa watched it.
But she's saying laugh out. Was it like sad?
So sad. Satire, question mark, LOL, snarky mess. So
Vanessa, have you ever watched Deep Impact? Because that bitch fucked me up.
That was Morgan Freeman in.
I had to leave the theater. Todd and I went and watched it, and I had to leave the theater. I was crying so much.
But that movie was when people like Morgan Freeman saying something. It's like if anybody gives you bad news, Morgan Freeman is the person you want to do it. So.
Morgan Freeman can soothe anybody into a sleep that you never want to wake up from. Yes, Morgan Freeman. Yes.
It's like
Put some of that in your mouth, Todd.
Go ahead, do a taste.
Don't bring it out if you're not willing to play with it.
No, we're just talking about Reapers, so I was just showing. My brother had the Pepper Flake, which is the Reapers.
See, I would try that on something.
Hey, I will.
No, I've had
I'll wet my finger and put it in my mouth if you wet your finger and put it in your mouth.
Uh-oh, watch out now. It's about to get crazy, folks.
What would you said?
We're taking it to a different level on the show.
You first.
No, I'm not playing. No.
If you give me some music.
I don't think I'll do it.
Give you some music in the background while you lick that finger and put it in your mouth.
You gotta wet your finger first.
I ain't putting my wet finger in that.
We'll put a little bit on. Yeah, there you go.
2022 is the best year ever. Let's hope, Tyler. Let's hope it's better than 2021.
This may be the end of this broadcast.
This is going to be interesting, folks. Let's get the zoom in for these guys. Uh-oh.
There we go.
All right, ready?
We're about to go Reaper.
No, I haven't yet, but how much you got on yours? Okay. That's about the same amount.
Comparable.
Okay.
He's got just a tip.
Just a tip.
These are stale.
They probably are. They're over a year old, so they're still warm though.
Oh,
A little warm. Don't seem too hot. Don't seem too
No,
hot.
That's fine. I don't think it was enough, but
it's
Get a
not
little
yet,
more?
but it's gonna get there.
I can feel it in the back of my throat a little bit.
Is it like
I'm
weed?
still on my tongue.
Is it like weed in the brownie? It just settles in and it comes get you later.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. And it just smacks you when you're not expecting it.
I'm not tasting nothing. Oh shit, it's hot now.
Although after the other day, I don't know that this is even compared to that. I feel it in the back of my throat now a little bit more.
That's what she said.
It's hurting you. Ain't saying it.
I'm fucking fine. Todd's got to get up and leave though.
Oh, put it back.
Okay.
Okay.
I took my boy to watch the new Spider-Man movie. It was really good. Yeah, I heard a lot of good things about the new Spider-Man movie. Just caught up on Yellowstone and Godfather Harlem. Godfather Harlem, I would love to watch, but I don't
Damn
have
hot.
that. Now it's starting to settle in. I'm busy. It's hard to commit on shows, son. Ozark and Narcos on them. Yeah, it is hard to commit on them. Like Ozark was what I wanted to watch. I haven't watched, but it's over now. But Narcos was another show. I started Narcos when it first came out, and then I got sidetracked. But that's a good one. Oh, look at you feeling a little heat, Shannon?
Yeah, it's hot. Todd swallowed it. It's still on my tongue.
The heat is coming. The heat is on.
Salt will make it worse.
Oh yeah, we got some heat. The heat factor's in play, folks.
I hate milk.
Some ice.
Let's go in for the close up.
I'm good. I'm fine.
Oh, now she's fine.
All the time.
My asshole might burn tonight, but my mouth isn't.
Because I need more beer. Always need more beer. He said, if you pay attention to fine print on the screen, a ton of the pharmaceutical giants like Pfizer pay for these news outlets to read their PR. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they do market for a lot of these things to read a lot of their stuff. Fundamental Giants pretty bad. My pops died from that. Oh, wow. Yeah. I've always heard how bad that is, too.
Yeah.
What's up, Blake TV in the house? Typed in
Blake?
awesome friends, and it just let me hear. I thought fried bologna sandwich was spelled different. How's that hot dog stand coming along? I'm trying to get Blake to do a hot dog stand.
Oh,
Quick
it's probably
pizza,
good.
burgers. Be right back. Cheers, fam. Nice. Little burgers on the grill. It's not shrimp on the Barbie, but it'll work. Love
I feel
sardines
like
with
you
the
just swallowed it. You didn't even put it on your tongue for a
No,
while.
I feel it on the back of my tongue
I
now.
feel it on my whole fucking tongue.
Gilbert says, love sardines with a bit habanero, green sauce, and old cheddar. I just had a sardine. The look of the sardines, even. Shannon
Swishing milk around.
said Todd had to get up because Todd's putting them back. Now Shannon's
I
running off to
swallowed
find
it.
something.
No, it's on the back of my tongue, but it's nothing compared to the other night.
The heat is on. Cook us a burger too, JV, right? Bring enough for the class, Blake. Bring enough for the class. I guess I know what Todd and Shannon didn't get for Christmas. Hashtag still no curtains.
Still no curtains.
Cheers, JV. Cheers, my friend.
Now.
We'll just swish it around. You ain't got to drink it.
I like your curtain, non-curtain look, Vanessa said. Vanessa, don't encourage JV.
We gotta.
Hashtag. Hey. Hashtag show us your curtains.
Ooh, there you go.
Show us your curtains.
They could go with
Duck eggs
multiple
are great for
directions.
omelets. I bet that richness of the duck eggs would be a great omelet.
It's a
We had almonds for breakfast this morning.
Hey, isn't that called a double entendre? Hashtag show us your curtains.
Hell yeah! I mean, there's not some people don't have curtains anymore. You know what I mean? It's like curtains are so like 70s.
That's true.
For some
It'd be
people.
kind of like this, no curtains.
They're balances.
Just be.
Yeah.
But no curtains is a lot of work.
A lot of people are that way.
No, not curtains. Carpet, not curtains. We're talking about. No, I'm.
That's true.
confused.
Yeah.
It's not curtains.
No,
it's
you're right.
carpet.
It's carpet.
No, you're in the right spot. You're in the right spot for curtains and carpet. It's all shag.
No, it's
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
It's drapes. It's drapes.
Because they always say.
Do your drapes match your curtains?
Yeah.
This is your curtains. Does your carpet match your rug, or
No,
Does
it's
your drapes match your
do your drapes
carpet?
do your drapes match your
Do your
carpet?
drapes match your curtain? Right.
Okay.
It's like, no, it's all glass house, so there are no curtains. Doug French, Doug.
Right.
You put that rest of that because
No, I ain't doing it.
I don't think you even.
My back of my throat is hurting.
I'm way tougher than you, so that didn't even happen.
Okay, whatever.
Hey, French vanilla custard is very yum. Used to fill cream puff shells. But Todd isn't drinking milk. You're drinking milk. So who's tougher now?
It's because
She didn't think I did anything.
he fucking fooled me. Because
I
I'm
did
way
not. We
tougher.
compared on our fingers.
All
You
saying
know I'm
is-
tougher than you.
Just remember
Whatever.
what finger you use.
In your
If
mind.
you go to the bathroom later, Todd, remember what finger you use because you don't want that heat hitting one spot when you're going.
You're
to
right.
the
Gotta
bathroom.
wash. Yeah, better watch it. Better wash your hands first.
Oh, because I do always move my contacts around in my
Yeah.
eyes.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, you got to do
wash your
Shannon
hands.
too. Yeah,
Then you really be crying.
we have a couple of
Tough.
tacos that make sea salt truffles and they're great. Love the American big box culture and Hoosier
back
local
on this
culture.
side.
Really the difference.
But look, it says America, but you know what I see? Mercia from the kingdom,
Somebody was named
the last
Mercy.
kingdom.
Reapers have great flavor, but damn, they are hot. You're right. Yeah.
Yes, they are.
I can help on the hunter front. I know Vanessa. That's why we all go to Vanessa's house if shit goes bad.
We need her address because the end of times are coming.
I won't look up.
And Vanessa
I'm
is
just gonna
our
look up
leader.
Vanessa. I'm not gonna look up. I just look at the navigation of Vanessa's house.
Vanessa can help us survive, and I can raise our spirits.
I feel like Vanessa's house would be like the place in the stand. I forgot, was it Whoopi Goldberg in the stand? Everybody was trying to get to in the stand
What?
movie. You ever see the stand? Stephen King, the stand.
Yeah, many years ago.
I think I don't know if it was Whoopi Goldberg, whoever it was. Vanessa's house would be like the house that everybody's trying to get to find
Yeah.
the answer. Everybody's trying to get there to find the answers. So yeah. Appreciate you, JV. Smash that thumbs. Thumbs are always appreciated. Jordan's eggs are the best I've ever had. I've never heard of Jordan.
Me either.
Tatas or titty balls are the same. I'm an ass man, son. Gilbert.
That's what I've always thought. I'm like, I've
No
wasted my
facts.
best asset on you because you're an ass. I mean, I got an ass, but my tits are the show.
Just a little fact: 8 out of 10 homeless people have curtains.
I'm very thankful for that. For
I'd
them.
say it's probably 10 out of 10.
Note to self: don't bring my fake tits and tan up to Shannon. Hashtag lesson learned.
I will see
Lesson learned.
unless you live in LA.
It costs Blake a lot of money for those man boobs. Cheers. Tits grow in many species. All
I do. I do.
Got
Well, they
middle
get
fruit in the house.
snaggy over the years.
As per usual, chiming in late, just wishing yours a happier new year. Cheers, hosers. Mr. Gilbert would get it, I hope. Yeah, he gets it, I'm sure. And happy new year to you as well, my friend. And we are a day away, so maybe tomorrow night, depending on how much packing and stuff I get done, maybe do a stream, maybe towards the new year. And then if people want to join, let me know. But actually, Blake may be doing a New Year's stream because this might be Friday night. If you're not doing one, Blake, let me know as well. Trig for the 30, 60, 90 triangle. Side lengths are 2A, square root of 2.
She's talking about math.
Use a trig. Yeah, she's doing a trig problem there.
Whoop.
That movie
Yeah.
was a snarky mess, she said, talking about.
Yeah, there you go. A
Yeah.
snarky mess.
Happy New Year, y'all. Have a safe and pain-free move. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Hashtag just the tip. LMAO.
Sometimes the tip is enough.
Come on, don't be spreading those lies, Shannon.
Right.
I'm telling you.
So our lady's got the IPA, just the tipper.
It's my favorite regular beer.
Just the tipper.
I got a fish, rice, and bean burrito from a local joint. It comes with Reaper sauce, and it brings it, and it's fucking good. Nice. I haven't had a fish taco in a while. I don't eat a burrito, but I'm thinking of a fish taco now. Did Shannon just say
Yes, I did.
can soothe anybody into a sleep? You know where I got from? I think she got it in a Bill
So
Cosby
clever,
mix.
That is a very clever.
That was good.
But the
Jamie.
thing
Very
is,
true, very
I
true.
would drink a drink that Morgan Freeman handed me, but not so much Bill Cosby.
Bill be like, "Hey, Morgan, try to put her to sleep real quick." And I can give her the planet pop. Ah.
Yeah.
Pop.
Hey, Blake, chin up, bud. Loose trick for the height of a regular tetrahedron side length. But that's it. You're killing me here. We don't even drink.
Yeah,
it,
you're
right?
speaking-
Yeah, wait. You speaking English?
He's speaking Mandarin or something.
Hashtag the tip is too thick.
Sounds like a good tip to me.
Cheers, Paul. Much love, buddy. Back at you, Blake. My curtains are in the background of every video I do. Well, they are in the background on JV's video. What's up, Tex? Thank you so much. I sat through the long ass ad. Was there a long ad in the beginning? Trying to pay the bills.
Pay the bills. Gotta keep the lights on.
Google those ads out there like crazy. I guess you're right. Why build houses with windows if you're just going to throw curtains in front of them?
That's true.
This is the back of our house.
Take
And
these on a roll.
yeah.
Tex, what commercial did you watch? I'm kind of curious what commercial was it for sure. Hopefully it wasn't something like for the Viagra pill.
It was the vaccine has a microchip in it.
No, it wasn't. Was it really? Vaccine had a microchip?
That was, yeah, we watched it. And I was like, did Rod approve this?
That was a
Remember
commercial?
Oh, right before it come
Yeah.
on, yeah.
How's it? That's like fake news, though. They're supposed to pull. I thought they.
Well,
pulled
maybe you
stuff
should
off.
review the ads that they're going to play before your
Yeah, it'll be
video.
associated
Oh,
with this
They
shit.
don't tell us. They just play the ads.
Well, just saying, maybe you should check into that shit. I'm just fucking with you. I'm just fucking with you.
Uh, I'd be surprised if YouTube had something like that, but at the
I love
same
it when
point,
people fall for my shit.
if it's in there, it's in there. Shag. How old are you anyway, RJ? I thought it was only one who knew that. Oh, I know about the shag. I know about the shag in the back of the van in the 70s. If the vans are rocking, don't come and knocking. No bubble window.
Yeah, because you might be sexually assaulting somebody.
Bill Cosby. Bah.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, those old kids today don't even know about the bubble window in the old vans, you know. They used to put water beds in vans. How crazy is that?
Yeah.
They
yeah.
did.
And they had disco balls in the back of the van and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, all kinds of
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
You know, my one wish when we had this house built was I told Todd, I was like, I want a disco ball in the basement.
You should put a disco ball in the basement.
Never happened. Here
Club
we are,
Shannon,
7
Club-
years later.
Club
That's
Shannon.
Hi, you're the one that wants it.
Club
I love
Shannon.
So if I get and buy a disco ball that costs $300, will you hang it up?
No. $300. Well, I mean, if you already buy it,
It's
then
a
yeah,
disco
probably.
bill.
$300.
It's beautiful.
Hashtag Todd cheated. LOL.
Todd cheated.
He took the pepper flakes.
He did cheat.
I didn't cheat. My mouth is still burning a little bit.
No, I did say I watched it. Just let it play through instead of hitting skip. You went to go get a beer.
Yeah.
Oh, Shaq
No,
was
I
a
do
teenager.
want to do the thing. Have you seen the videos like on TikTok where they get like the little tins machine and they put it on men and they simulate what period cramps feel like on a man to a woman?
Period cramps or birth?
No, period cramps. I mean, period cramps are like birth. Because it's
Why
the
would
same.
we need something like that?
Because you all think you're so tough, and all these men.
Oh, I'll tell you right now, women can handle that a lot more than men can.
Yeah, right.
Giving birth, they said giving birth is like squeezing a watermelon in your ass. I'm like, oh, I'm out then. I'm out.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
out.
Although they say it's kidney stones is.
I've seen or peeing out of kid, like peeing out, like it's like no. See,
I've never had kidney stones, nor do I want to have kidney stones.
No, but the worst part of birth isn't pushing it out. It's the cramps that push the baby out, that contract your uterus and like squeeze it to force the baby out.
You already won. No need to even go further in. You won. Just like I'm just saying.
Right.
I'm like, understand. If I was a soldier and I got captured and they'd be like, we're going to torture you to find out where the people are, like, oh, you don't even need to torture me. I'll tell you where they're at because I'm just cool that way.
But you're gonna, yeah.
What do you want to know? I'll tell you everything you want to know.
I told them I didn't even want to go out on this damn patrol, but they made me go out anyway.
Yeah, they made me.
That wasn't my choice.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for them, you wouldn't have captured me. So, what do you want to know?
But I do think we should get
I'd be there like Denzel Washington in American Gangster when he like gave up all the mafia people. Drinking my coffee. Oh no, you don't want that guy. You want this guy.
Because you do have to think, would they do the same for me? No.
Who?
Whoever, like the secrets.
The person is trying to.
Yeah, the person that you're keeping their secrets.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
Would they do the same for you?
Probably not.
Probably not. But what's
yeah, they'd be like, fucking kill him.
Oh, they got all the power
like if you got,
so they're portraying that. So, Rod, you got work tomorrow?
Yeah, I work 4 hours tomorrow. We got a short shift, like 8 to 12, but still got to work.
Is there a battery on this thing, or we get no? Or you got it plugged in?
I got it plugged in.
Oh, okay. You're so smart.
You got to work tomorrow?
No, we're on COVID.
You're on COVID relief, yeah.
I've been off. We're off all week.
I got to go back Saturday.
So with COVID, your company, do they dock you or anything, or they go ahead and just because our company, we have a COVID leave policy where basically if you did get it, you have a few days, your first few days of PTO, and then your short term where you're not penalized or anything like that.
No, I got to use. I can use PTO for the whole week, which I had 40 hours I carry over for next year anyway, but I had to use by March, the end of March. So it kind of worked out. So I just used those, but I still got my full time next year anyway.
Yeah, no.
She's got to use her.
Yeah, I'm going to use my PTO.
But
our company
care anyway. So
my company, they actually, when we got the shot, if you go to get the shot, they give you that day off just in case you have complications. You don't even gotta know if I have a complication. Just gonna give it off. I can just tell you, and it's like it doesn't. It doesn't go against your PTO. It's like a COVID day that you just get. So when it came out the booster, you could do it 3 times. So I
think last year. I think last year when the COVID was prime or whatever, they did offer.
Yeah.
There was like a get paid for being off if you had COVID then. Yeah. But not now. It's all gone away. So.
Remember when people put shag on the walls at ugly? Oh yeah, do you remember shag on the walls back in the day?
Yeah, I remember.
There was shag everywhere then.
That was definitely probably the Bill Cosby party.
Yes.
Poor Cosby though, that right there is
Bill and Hefner at it.
But
yeah, Hefner kind of got away with his shit. Like people reporting stuff. I'm sorry, I feel like Holly's coming out with shit now about how bad it was in the mansion. You got paid. You waited till you died.
She did.
And I'm not saying she's not telling anything like it was.
And he didn't force her to be there.
Yeah, I mean, you guys chose to be playmates. You, Kendall, and all these other women that chose.
Well, they're all about the fame and money. Then
no, but this is a good point I have. Old men, and they talk about them being gold diggers. So, or they talk about the women being gold diggers. And I'm like, yes, the man, and they blame it all on, you're a gold digger. And they said the men just want these young women. Yes. So the man is just going after a young woman and they want to call her a gold digger. But that woman is taking advantage of what she has too. They're both getting something out of it.
That's the thing. They're both.
They're both.
She's taking it to be what it is.
She gets the money and he gets a hot piece of ass. It's like an even deal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, it's on both sides.
Yeah,
for
I'm
sure.
like,
Yeah.
there's no right or wrong. There's no like person they're both using each other.
Yeah.
You know, like,
I mean, Hefner was giving him that lifestyle and the money for what he wanted in
Right,
return.
yeah.
That's basically he was sort of a
right, yeah.
prostitution, sort of, if you think about it, in a sense.
I mean, it's not like they were at Epstein's house, so they couldn't leave, or R.
Right,
Kelly's
yeah.
house,
True.
or
God.
R. Kelly's
I'm
camp.
gonna grow up
like-
Epstein, what a fucking money.
Well, Maxwell, she got convicted 5 of the 6 things now, so she'll be in for a bit.
Well,
but
she's
it's
a dumb, stupid bitch too.
But I want to see the names in the book. She had the book with the names.
Gazelle.
Oh, yeah.
Maxwell, yeah.
I want to see the names that were like. I know she mentioned like Trump and Clinton and other people that were there, and I'm like, they tried. That's like the one like. They've had all these trials on the news. That's the one trial I really wanted to see. I want to find out some of the details. And they're like, "Oh, it's too much for the American public to have to see." Really?
We don't want you to hear it.
That's what the judge. That's what the judge said. Like, so who's paying the judge? So they won't allow us to know. So yeah.
Money. I'm telling you, money is the root of all evil.
They say that, but yet, if I get it, I'm willing to try that out so I can break that rule.
Me too, Rod.
Yeah.
No, but we are all
Me
human.
too.
You know, that's what I've always told Todd. I'm like, listen, we are both human beings. We are weak. So I'm like, with fidelity, I'm like, listen, if you get close to a woman or I get close to them, they're my friend. They're my friend. Well, yeah, you start out as friends and you be like, you don't know what it's going to lead, but we're weak. And if we allow it, if you feel a little bit of attraction to somebody, and if you want to protect what we have, then you just fucking once you're in this situation, you're weak and you make bad decisions. You got to prevent yourself from being in the situation.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it. I'm like I'm a protector of, I don't believe in marriage, but I'm like, I'm here and like, I'm going to fucking protect it. So like if I meet somebody and I'm like, oh, well, he's hot and he's fun. I'm like, nope, be gone. Like, it's not worth it.
Temptation.
Yeah.
Yes, right. Don't tempt yourself.
Is it not today?
Don't think
Jesus.
you're stronger than you are.
Not today, Jesus. Go away, Satan.
Yeah, no. People are weak. We're just weak. You got to see your weakness before you get into it. That's all I'm saying.
You say that, I think of Jim Carrey crying on The Living Color when he was a preacher. He was a fake
I think of the church lady on David Garvey on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
That's who I am.
This Elvis, with Graceland and shag carpet on the walls. I felt like Elvis should have velvet because there's so many velvet pictures of Elvis that people have.
Right, yeah.
Love me tender, love me. Windsor Locks, Connecticut near Bradley Airport. Be the bug out waypoint. Windsor Locks. Just turned 60. Yes. Vanessa is 60. Age is just a number.
Still getting it done.
Yeah. It's still.
I can't believe she's a Sagittarius. She's got to have some like.
With that bullwhip.
Yeah.
Hashtag if the rug don't match the curtains, make sure to nair.
You'd still get in between that rug, wouldn't you, buddy?
Do they still make nair out there?
Make sure to nair.
Yeah. There's flashbacks there's flashbacks as a.
They don't have commercials for that no more, do they?
As a boy in the 70s and 80s. Yeah, that was before the revolution took place. You got an afro down there? What is going on? Some sideburns had come out of there. Prefer to get nothing and drink. Middle fruit. What?
Yeah.
Oh, that was good, JV. She said it, not me. I'll be 61 in an hour, Vanessa. Oh, nice.
Oh, happy birthday, Vanessa.
No,
Wouldn't have been
Paul
nice.
Middleford will be 60.
Oh, so is
He's
an Aquarius
December
or a
31st.
Sagittarius?
December 31st. Aquarius, right?
I think, yeah.
Because Aquarius goes December and January.
Yeah, because
The dawning of the age of
Yeah.
Aquarius. This is the dawning of the age of... Never mind, I can get it. I went to a Bellwoods Roman Candle IPA, son. I didn't listen to more music from back. I used to love listening to music. I listened to, as a kid, I go to the library and I would listen to all kinds of music from all different genres and stuff. I think that was just increased my appreciation of the music overall.
Me too. Todd always gets on me because I hear like nothing moves me like music.
No, but you say, I love this song. I love this. I love this song. It doesn't mean anything after a while. You're like, I love this song. You love
Well,
It
it's
means
funny.
something to me.
No, but you love every song comes on. That's not possible.
It's funny because the other day I was flipping through cable and Grease was on. And as a kid, I knew that like the Grease soundtrack, listening to Grease. And it was so funny because Frankie Valli was on there singing Beauty School Dropout. And I still remember the words to the song as he's actually singing on there, which was hilarious. So.
I love music.
I love music too, but I'm just saying.
You just don't love it as much as me.
Because you love every single song that comes on.
Well, it's like if you like good music, if you feel good music, because I get the reaction channel where I listen to stuff sometimes and talk about that. But like I think of good music is music that makes your hair rise up. When you're
Exactly.
Like, there's stuff I could listen to like Otis Redding on certain songs and the hair will rise up, or Aretha Franklin, pull like some of the other stuff. Still, if you listen to like things like a Soundgarden,
like it makes you.
Well,
but you say every single song. Oh, I love this song. I love this song. I love this song. I was like, it doesn't. Every single song comes on. You can't love every.
That's
single
just
song.
because you feel differently about it. Like,
but I'm not saying that's different than what he's saying. Like it doesn't. I like a song, but I don't love it. Like,
no, I understand what you're saying. I understand
like
what
I
you're
hear
saying.
songs, and I'm like, yes, I can feel it. Like I want to. I feel it.
But wouldn't it be good if every song you felt made you feel that way?
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
There's no way.
It's like if you're sitting there and you put on like.
There's no way.
You put on like Joe Cocker when a man loves a woman.
Oh.
It hits you a certain way. It hits
right.
You feel
but
that.
Not,
exactly.
But I feel like you all are.
That is a song where you're like, I love this song, but not like, oh, Mickey, you're so fine. I love that song. You like that song.
Oh, Mickey,
but can you accept that maybe?
No, that's like your favorite song. Oh, Mickey, you're so fine.
Don't knock Tony Basil.
You can like it, but I mean, it doesn't. Yeah. Maybe it takes you to places that nobody else knows, but.
But can you accept that what you feel for music is different than what I feel for music?
That's what
because you don't understand
what I was just saying. But when every single song comes on, you say, I love this song. This doesn't have the same meaning as when I love this song. Like it doesn't.
To you.
You're like, everybody.
Like,
why is it just me?
One is like, I love this song. The other one's like, I love this song.
Right.
Like, forget about
Rod
it.
knows what I'm saying.
Forget about it. You know,
Rod gets it. He knows what I'm saying.
But listen, and you all may not understand this, but like, yes, you all only get those feelings with certain things, but wouldn't it be nice if you heard many songs and you got that feeling over and over?
I feel like you
mix up. I get it with different songs.
Like you mix up liking and loving a song. You can like a song, like there's a lot of songs I like. I love them.
Like every song you listen
to. But that's how you feel, not how I feel.
I feel like you're mixing it up.
But Shannon, every song you listen to doesn't raise like
the
hairs on your arm, right? Like I'm saying,
90% of them
she loves.
But that's only usually because I'm in control of the music.
But I'm talking about like that 10%. Like if I put in Aretha Franklin, like hairs, like I feel rise on my arm. You get goosebumps because you hear certain notes that no one's going to hit.
There are
right.
There are certain songs.
And those are the songs I'm just talking about that like kind of hit me when I hear like. Sitting on the dock of the bay, you know, when it's done and it's that mood, or I'm, you know, like I said, when a man loves a woman, there's certain songs that are out there that just when they hit.
There are certain. So let me try to make an analogy of it. So, like, what's your favorite food?
Probably steak.
Okay. What's your favorite way to make a steak?
probably grill.
Okay, so if you have a steak and you love a fucking steak, and you have a steak and it's whatever cooked a different way than whatever you just said, grilled, you still love that steak, but when it's grilled, you're like, takes it to a higher level.
Right.
So I have songs where I'm like, oh God, this is so good. I love it, no matter how it's cooked. But then when you have it cooked the way you want to, it takes you up even further.
I get that.
It's like,
I get it.
It's like a 1 beer compared to a 5 beer.
Yeah.
I love it all. Some I love more, but I love it all.
Yeah, I get it.
And then sometimes it's a glass of water or it's a flat Coke. It still tastes good and I still like it. But like, it's like there are songs that are up more levels, but I still fucking love it all. And then there's some songs I'm like, I appreciate it. It's a good song. But I'm a feeler and I just like.
Nothing wrong with that.
And my thing with Todd is like, I feel a song comes on and I just want to fucking move and dance. And I'm like, how are you just sitting there? Like, how can you not like want to get up and dance? I'm like, I don't understand that. It's like it just gets in my body and I'm just like.
You don't understand that? And I don't understand how you love every single song that comes on the radio.
It's a love for the art. I get what she's saying.
Oh, I love it.
I get it.
It's like I can enjoy a pan-fried steak, but when it's a grilled steak, I like it that much more. But I still enjoy the pan-fried steak. I get what you're saying.
You love it. You just don't. Some songs you love more, but you still love.
Yeah. I get it.
There are some songs when I'm like, because like
No, I know that, but there's more.
I think you guys are running into the semantics of the word love. Like Todd's more like a heavy like maybe than love, where you're just like I love it all. I see what you guys are on just two different things there. But Blake will be 37 in less than 2 weeks, so upcoming.
I wish I was 37.
Just fuck, well, nothing wrong with 37. 37 is a good year.
Youngin'.
The height of a regular tetrahedron is the height needed for the.
Oh, we're still talking about math, Vanessa.
Height of 26.
I was talking about math.
Like a 34. I like the Bellwoods beers. I've tasted, but damn, they're money. Yeah, I've heard Bellwoods cost a little bit of $1.
Yeah, but I like to try them though.
But you pay up for the quality, right? Happy birthday, Middle Fruit. Happy birthday,
birthday.
Happy birthday, Paul. Come on, Vanessa, you should know. At our advanced age, it's but a number. Exactly. Just a number. Honestly, with all the stuff Vanessa does, if anybody doubts that, just look at Vanessa's Instagram page. It's just a number. She does shit all the time.
Right.
Miracle I Made Long, and we're glad you did as well, Vanessa. JV, focus, man. Yet another hour. Don't rush it, buddy. Yeah. Don't make Paul out too old yet. $5 cheap for Roman candle. I spent $30 on Cellar Bellwoods, a local tap. Ooh. I've held some high security clearances. The info goes to the grave with me.
I have no doubt, Vanessa.
Do you know who killed Kennedy, Vanessa?
Hell no, Shannon. Hell no what?
Hell no, Shannon. LMAO. Hell no on what, though? He's laughing his ass off. So whatever he said, he enjoyed. Find a hidden manuscripts to publish after my death. I'd love to find out what Vanessa knows. The Vanessa papers. It's got a ring to it, doesn't it?
I want to, Vanessa. We really want to come up and see you, and like, I feel like me and Vanessa could, like, well, I don't know if she could learn anything from me, but I feel like she could teach me so much. I want to learn from Vanessa.
But he said, first time I went to a bank, mask and shield got you 30 years.
Yeah, right. It's true.
Oh, what's up, Western Mike in the house out in Cali? Cheers, homie. Show's good as it always is, my friend.
What's
up? Say Happy New Year, but happiness is a stink now. So New Year.
No, it's not. It's not. No.
Still
happiness is what you want to make it.
He's a Virgo.
All them ladies got paid before the show. Yeah, all them Playboy ladies got their dollars.
You worry too much.
Yeah, I hear you. Homebrewer is still trying to emulate these beers. Yeah, I just got rid of some of the stuff as we get ready to move from what I brewed.
I'm sorry.
Brewing is a fun hobby, though. I did enjoy it when I did make beer. My doc still went to Once guy, Rufalin for my insomnia. Make sure they're not hanging out with Bill Cosby.
I would take some fucking Bill Cosby's.
You would take some Bill Cosby's? Don't take it at his house.
As long as I can sleep through it all, then whatever. Just don't tell me what happened when I wake up.
I can't believe you just
really. All the girls that are suing him are like, "What the fuck did you just say?"
Well, he didn't give him a strong enough.
They all woke up like their panties were off. Like, oh,
45 years later, they're going, hey, that son of a bitch owes me money. And she's trying to say, whatever, just don't tell me. They hate you right now. Totally hate you right now.
Well, yeah, that was fair.
Here for the pudding. I'm here for the pudding pop.
Well, just give me a pudding pop and put me to bed. Just don't tell me about it tomorrow.
I mean, but some things, okay, Rod, some things are better not known. Don't you think? Like, if something really bad happened to you,
I mean, the people have.
I would rather not know.
What is
Like
that thing? Cognitive.
If I was fucking raped by Cosby, I would rather them abduct
This is
him from my room.
that cognitive dissonance.
I'd rather not know about it.
People will block out in their mind what happened of a negative type thing. Yeah.
And that's my thing. I'm like, why do you need to know?
I mean, if it was Bill
What
Cosby,
good is it going to come if you know the bad things that have happened to you?
What if he's doing the Fat Albert Kid voices? I mean, would that make it better?
Hey, bro, how you doing?
I gotta go bathroom.
How about you been doing, David?
You sound like Fred Flintstone.
That was on the Fat Albert. That was Fat Albert.
Hey, Rudy, you got no class. Oh man, that's really messed up. Sorry.
You're like, yeah, but I got all the girls in the world.
Now stuck in my head is Cosby doing fucking Fat Albert voices as he's attacking his women. That's terrible.
Charles would say it's terrible.
Look, I think got attacked by Mushmouth. What the fuck? How dare you, right? I mean, yeah. But it was like Holly.
Right. Shame on him.
She said at one point, like there was a time where they had to like basically push Hugh on top of her. Like I guess he couldn't get over. Like he had handlers put him on top of her.
Wait.
But
wait. Here you go. Right here. Not here. Not here. Everybody's like, not so much here, but right here.
It's like, forget the Tesla auto-driving car. We got the freaking handlers to help you get to where you want to go here in the bedroom. Yeah. It's like, wow, yeah. So you just laid there, like bring it in.
Okay. Zero in. Yeah, no, to the left, to the right. Okay, now go in.
You're too wide. Oh.
That tells right there it's all about the Benjamins.
Yeah. It's like you come out after a person dies, they can't really say anything about it. It's like, you kind of feel like, yeah, I would say like he's a pedophile or whatever, because you're not like kids, but yeah, he's like 80 something years old and you're like 25 at the time. So yeah.
Right. And the first tip off should have been like, he's in charge of a nude magazine, so that has all these parties all the time with all these women running around.
There's a reason he walks around in a robe all day, easy access,
Right, yes.
I mean, ever since, and then when the blue pill came out, forget about it. You were done then. So, yeah. Epstein didn't hang himself. Maxwell has he. Yeah, they'll probably have her on, like, freaking closed circuit TV, making sure she doesn't hang herself or whatever.
Well, you know what? I don't fucking care if he did or he didn't. I'm just glad he's dead.
Yeah, but Maxwell, I'm surprised. Like, she got the names in the books. I'm surprised she didn't get to cut a deal or something.
She probably did, and we don't know about it.
Well, she went to court. They didn't give her a deal. I mean, she just lost in trial, but.
Well, she fucking does. I feel like she deserves worse than he did.
For bringing him in?
Just, yeah, because she's a fucking woman. Like, they're both pieces of shit, but I have more anger towards her than I do him.
Yeah.
She probably thought that was going to be their advantage, being a woman.
You know what? I would not bring young girls in no matter what.
No,
I'm
not saying that was everything. I'm just saying she probably thought she could probably get away with.
Well, I'm glad she was wrong.
No, me too.
Yeah. She deserves to fucking die too.
I don't know what we learned this evening yet, Blake. Still trying to ponder that.
Stay tuned, Blake. We'll teach you everything you want to know.
No, we probably haven't.
Muddy the waters even more, so who knows?
I should not scare you. I'm the most kind person ever. Am I not the most kind person ever?
Yeah. I think everybody knows that. But
no,
I've been thinking of homebrew middle for there are so many great brewers of beer decided between Toronto and Trey. It's hard to commit. It's fun to homebrew, but yeah, there's some great beers that are out there. Another one, Middle Fruit. Shannon is awesome.
Aww. You guys are so nice. I love you all
Blake.
so much.
Bingo, Blake.
There, you making a slip and slide. Well, isn't that what it is nowadays anyway? Slip and slide.
It is when you're meeting somebody, but when you've been together, you don't have to fucking bother with that shit no more.
Nowadays, the Brazilian wax is the thing to do, I guess. What is grease?
Listen,
right?
Nobody is gonna fucking like.
What is grease?
No, I have a question for you men.
You're muted. I can't hear you. Oh,
muted? We're muted? Did you mute us?
No.
Can you hear me now?
I hear you now. Yeah.
Okay, so if you guys were single and you were like, okay, well, I got to make myself attractive for females, would you go to some fucking stranger and get on all fucking four? Well, first you're laying on your back and they put hot wax over your pubic hair and rip it out. And then you got to get on all fours and get all the hair. Fours. Yeah, because women grow hair where you grow hair.
I know, but I mean, you get on all fours there?
Yeah, because you got
your buttocks area.
Yeah, and your asshole. Your
asshole. I was trying to make it PG, but it's after 11, so.
Your ass hairs.
Your ass hairs, that's your buttocks.
And then they fucking put hot wax around your asshole, and they rip that off. Would you? Do you want to get laid that fucking bad?
But you can't just do that from the back. You gotta get on all fours to do that.
Yeah, you gotta get on all fours. I'm like, no, thank you.
How do you think that person feels that has that job?
They do it. Listen, as a nurse.
Thank you very much.
As a nurse, I have put my fingers in assholes.
True.
Some people pay good money for that.
Well, I mean, I don't do it for pleasure, but fucking old horny men enjoy it. But I'm like, dude, I'm just trying to get your old hard turd out of your ass. This isn't for pleasure.
You're like, oh, you hit the button. We're ready to go.
It's like, yes. Go for it.
Rocket has left the path.
But I'm also kind of like, well, you're an old man. I'm like, this is a horrible thing to be happening.
Houston, we have left off.
Somebody gets shot and I got a marble on my ass somehow.
I'm just like trying to help you out here, buddy.
Well, you're helping them.
Well, that's
in more ways than one.
Whatever. Whatever. Whatever.
All right, Big Daddy. Have a good one. Happy New Year, homie.
Happy New Year, Big Daddy.
Is it a Happy New Year?
Wesson parties. What are the Wesson parties? I know about the key.
Wesson as in a gun?
I was thinking of the oil. Wesson oil. Like like an oil wrestling or something.
We need to get a gun.
What's that got to do with the Wesson party?
Wesson is a gun.
But Wesson is oil too.
Oh, Smith and Wesson.
Yeah.
We need to get a gun.
I'm thinking Vanessa's talking about parties from back in the day with Wesson oil. Like when they had the key parties, you put the keys in the punch bowl. They pull the keys, and whoever keys you pull, that's who you went home with. You never heard of those? You didn't know about those back in the 70s?
Wesson what?
Not a Wesson. The key parties. They'd have a bowl. Everybody put their keys in.
Oh, like the swingers.
Yeah, and they would pick keys out, and that's who you went home with.
Oh, God, that sounds like a fucking gamble.
Well, yeah. I mean, nobody wanted the guy with the Yugo. They were hoping for the Cadillac, I'm sure.
Yeah, no, we've never been to those parties, and I think, well, you know, I mean,
Well, you don't have those
maybe
parties.
I got the Yugo again.
They don't have the parties now. It was like
maybe
70s.
one day we'll get there, but we're not there yet.
Yeah, that was just the swinging 70s or whatever. Free love. Safety dance makes my hair rise.
Oh.
Singing, dancing, 1, 2. Yeah. I'm Aquarius. Jesus.
There you go.
There you go.
Aquarius.
Like Big Daddy. I'm a Capricorn, Blake said.
Ooh, a Capricorn. They're all about
Capricorn
the
in 2
power.
weeks? I thought in 2 weeks it would still be Aquarius. I know they try to do.
Capricorn's all about the power. They want to make the money and be powerful.
Well, that's Blake, Mr. Awesomeness. What did Tony Basil do to you, Todd? Right? Like,
right, Todd. What did Tony Basil do to you?
Nothing, Nate. She didn't do nothing to me.
Oh, Mickey, you're so fine.
I know, but
he's all
I
over
just
that
brought that
Mickey
up as an
song.
example.
She makes me feel happy.
Sorry, Blake. I didn't mean to step on your toes.
A rating scale of 0 or 1, just as valid as 0, 1, 2, 10. But that's still doing math and computer science. Otis Redding is only second to Willie Nelson with songs written during the 50s and 60s. Really? Did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
Otis has some classics, though. Just like,
yeah, he did.
You put some of that stuff on, it's just like, yeah. I ain't going to cry. I said I wasn't going to cry.
Something in the air. It's not me.
Somebody cut
You put the roofie in the pudding pop.
So they eat the pudding pop after the roofie or before.
You put the roofie in the pudding pop.
Same time.
That's how Bill Cosby did.
Yeah.
You're right, same time.
The pudding pop comes loaded, yeah. Oh, I eat my pudding pop. I just like to enjoy my pudding pop. If the bad things that happened to me did not happen, would I be the same person today? Probably not. You'd had a different outcome.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point.
In an alternate universe, you're probably somebody totally different.
Yes.
You know, I'm old when I remember watching Fat Albert during lunch at home.
Yes.
I still can't get the voices of him doing Fat Albert sounds out of my head, by the way. Watched the original Star Trek with my dad as the episodes came out. Wow. Well, you are a little bit older than me there, Vanessa, but I did watch the reruns.
Oh, my dad used to always watch Star Trek.
My dad did.
Oh, my God.
Big guy never lied. Big guy
Yes.
said, damn, now I want to go camping with Shannon. Good night.
Oh, we'd have so much fun. As long as you didn't bring any pudding pops.
Yeah, no pudding pops. No pudding pops.
Will you bring me one more?
Wax my nuts, Gilbert said. Gilbert would get the wax on all fours.
Yeah.
My bullwhip hangs by the exit door. I know you keep it close. Or by what exit door, I should say. I'm not getting all fours to get my ass on.
Yeah, like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it.
Oh my God.
I have never done that. I have never done that. And if the guy's like, is your asshole waxed? Like, if I was single and they were like, let me see your asshole. I'd be like, you can look at it, and if you don't like it, then be on your fucking way. You know?
Oh, shit. Gilbert's a little
No, that is the worst thing there, Eric. That's more trouble than just taking it all.
Make it a happy
You're
face.
high maintenance.
You can just make it. You can make it a happy face.
You want the landing strip.
Constipation ain't a problem with me. I take atropine compound to leave house.
Well, there you go.
Can't wait till I'm 70 and take diuretics, Shannon. Diuretics.
Yeah. You can take them now.
Yeah, see, Weston parties.
Oh.
I do have some Smith & Wesson, yes. 69
Yes.
with the 3 barrel. But yeah, the Weston oil parties. You gotta remember, she had days when she visited Studio 54 back in the day too. So
I would have. I belong in the 70s. That's where I belong.
I don't know if I could have made it. I mean, I was born in 69, great year. But if I would have been like a teen in the 70s or growing up in the 70s, I don't know if I would have made it through because there was just so much shit that was happening out there.
Yeah. I belong in the free love era. I belong in the hippie era.
Chris, every guy that's marijuana loves like, we feel you, bro.
Oh, God.
Welcome, Chris. Welcome. Happy New Year, fam. Love y'all. Definitely. Hot wax guards against nut cancers.
Well, you know.
Well, I mean, if there's a medical reason for it, really break. I've been on diuretics for years.
Yeah, diuretics. It's a thing.
I used to be able to get the episode of Star Trek from the first minute shown when it came on. You know what I watched? One of the things I watch on New Year's Day, they do every year. They run a marathon of the Twilight Zone. I'm a big fan of the Twilight Zone.
I used to like some.
But isn't like
Black
Mirror is kind of like Twilight Zone of our day?
I've never seen Black Mirror. Wait a minute.
Not either.
You've not seen the pig?
No, I started to watch that episode. I have not seen that one yet, but I think that's the one
I
watched
watched
on Netflix.
the first episode, and I was
Is
like,
that the first episode?
Yeah, it was the
think
first episode
so.
for the pig. Yeah.
Yeah, and Heather was like, you need to watch it. And I'm like, because it was like about this politician and he had to do something or something bad was going to happen. So I had to go out like the square with this and fuck a pig.
Why would
fuck a pig.
Why would that be the first episode?
I
So I think it'd like deteriorate from watching the rest of it.
No, it's like each episode's their own story.
No, I know that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I feel like if you watch that, you're like, nah, I don't want to see this.
Exactly. That's how I felt
That's-
about it. So
yeah.
I didn't watch anymore.
I mean, that would be like a real Porky's there.
But I didn't realize that was kind of like.
Oh, no, I did watch
Twilight,
another
yeah.
one. And it was like a tech thing. And it was like,
Vanessa was a member of a private club in New York City, no longer in existence. The Loft Meat Market section, top floor. Yeah, back in the 70s, like you ever watch like HBO had a show with James Franco on it.
Oh.
What was the name of that show with James Franco?
Okay.
The Deuce.
The Deuce, yeah.
Like I could see Vanessa going to some of the clubs they were kind of talking about on there, just like back in the 70s.
I never watched that though.
It was a really good series.
It didn't last very long though,
The
did
one
it?
guy that played the son is the one that plays the young Tony Soprano in this Soprano movie.
Oh, okay.
It was so funny when Todd saw that. He's like, let me know what you think. Like, but when you look at the title of the poster, it's all about the man who made Tony Soprano. So that made sense if you knew that going in. It was more focused on Junior than Tony.
Yeah. Yeah, that was kind of my problem. It was like I thought it was going to be more about Tony's upbringing, but that makes sense.
Yeah,
because it wasn't, but it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't what I thought it was going to be.
no, but we looked at it different. I really enjoyed it. Like, I liked.
No, I mean, it wasn't. I liked it. Okay.
Or it wasn't Junior.
But
It
you
was,
looked at it. You looked at it like as a. I'm not trying to say you're right and I'm wrong.
No, I thought it was going to be more of like Tony's upbringing and what led him to The Sopranos.
And I looked at it like that because what happened to his uncle, and that's what
well,
made
it wasn't
him
really his uncle. It wasn't Junior. It was actually Christopher's. I said the uncle, but it was actually
it wasn't
dad.
the one that was in
It was
there.
Christopher's dad that was the one that made Tony, and then
Right,
Junior,
yeah.
his uncle, Junior was kind of passed over. Was kind of showing why there was animosity between him and Tony later on.
Yeah. And he was all about the guy that died, and then the guy that died, his uncle or whatever, was like all about him, and then he pushed him out, not because he didn't love him, but he was trying to protect him.
Yeah.
And
No, I mean, I got it, but
we just got different messages from him.
wasn't thinking.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I thought it was good, but going into it, I thought it was going to be different than what it was.
Tony went to shaving. Gilbert said, "I want them nuts smooth as eggs." Just
No, but I feel that way about my legs. No. Like but I understand where it's not my nuts, but I don't have nuts. But like I have been
You left that sun
last
there,
2
Gilbert. I feel like there
years
should have been a sun in there.
obsessed with my legs being smooth. So I go and I shave my legs every time, and I always like I'd go and I'm like, I don't care if my legs are hairy, but now I'm always like, I want my legs to be smooth for like the last 2 or 3 years. I'm like, my legs always got to be smooth. I get it. If I had nuts, I might feel the same way.
I'm back. Just made a beer run. Got a 4-pack of Lagunitas unrefined sugar. I've not seen that one. 10% ABV in a 4-pack.
I have not.
Lagunitas has a
Visions
10%
hazy.
beer.
And a single bottle of 70-ounce cherry wheat ale. Yeah, the cherry wheat ale. Let me know what you think about that one. That was.
I've had that one.
Yeah, I mean,
I've not had the unrefined sugar though.
I've not seen that one. Yeah, we don't get the old shoot that I've seen
Wheat
around here.
ale.
Yeah.
You think I'd like that? I feel like that might be something I'd like.
It's just a wheat. Just a wheat.
I love wheat beers.
Cherry.
She likes whipped beer.
I feel like that one's in like the holiday pack or something, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like comes out this time of year, but all I can say is for me it was like Chris Rock put some tussin on it. That's just how
Right. Exactly.
My leather days, leather corsets, thigh high heels, my bullwhip. Vanessa was getting after it, but we knew that.
Dang,
I
Vanessa.
have no doubt.
She was getting after it.
And she's a tall lady.
Well,
I bet she just ruled it all.
She puts her stilettos on. She's like 6'9", which is like. Freaking.
Hey, she whipped that whip. Be like, yes, master, whatever you want. Do whatever you want.
Yeah, you men like to be dominated, so like she could fuck. Yeah, she
I feel
could.
like she's like
no kidding.
Like a Grace Jones or Bridget Nelson towering type person, you know.
Right.
Or a Vanessa Kitty.
Right.
Yeah.
Good for you, Vanessa.
I haven't had this Sam cherry wheat on the refined sugar. I will have to post in a couple hours. There you go. Very nice. Yeah, I got some more I got to do. I got to upload a video for tomorrow, so I haven't done that yet either. Plus, it's only work a half day. I can do that tomorrow afternoon. I'm going to say work is so overrated. So, yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
No, it makes us have worth.
I didn't hit that fucking Powerball. I didn't get a ticket. I forgot. I didn't realize Powerball was getting as high as it was.
Do not need to, you haven't.
400 million plus. I'll take it.
Yeah. That's at the level where I can get in now.
Right. You have a pull it works. Like, I want to get in. I don't care how many people's in it.
So if I hit the Powerball, I'd be like, shit. Put in some investments, give me some more Bitcoin. I'll be ready to rock and roll.
There you go.
Shannon's shaking her head no.
You have enough. You all have enough.
No, we don't have enough.
Okay.
No, you would like the lifestyle. I promise.
I will until I don't.
I'm packing my shit to move. I'll have enough.
Everything that has meaning in my life.
I'm packing shit for us to move. I'll have enough when I can have a motherfucker do that for me.
Right.
That'll be enough.
And you didn't even have to move because you know I need to move.
Didn't have to move. You know, just go to helicopter, go to work.
They ain't got to work at all. Just like, yeah, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm not saying
What golf course do I want to play this week?
No. The only thing I would want is to be able to travel more. But I wouldn't sacrifice traveling more to give up what I have.
Yeah.
You know.
Travel takes a toll. I traveled for a couple of years and she didn't want me to do a job traveling because I was out, most of the week.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I love to, like when we went to Jamaica, it opened my whole, like I met people that were different than me and like that was amazing. Like I would just, if I was a single woman, then I would just, if I wasn't a woman and I didn't have to worry about like people fucking like trying to kill me or sexually assault me. Well, I mean, I'm about the age I don't have to worry about that anymore, but it's not that everybody wants to sexually assault me. But,
No comment.
But I appreciate that you look at me like that. But, I look at myself as just a like benevolent, neutral person. Like a neutral soul.
Like you guys move your camera down so half part of Shannon's face is covered by Todd and Shannon. There you go. You guys did something, yeah.
But like I look at myself like I'm not too hideous that people ignore me, and I'm not too attractive that people look at me as, I'm just like a neutral spirit. So I'm like I can talk to anybody harmlessly.
You can fly on the wall,
Yes.
just hanging out.
Yes. Not fly on the wall because I ask questions.
We'll go with that route, Rod.
And I interact with people. But I feel like I'm like
you like the female version of the dude.
Beers included.
Yes, exactly.
Beers included.
Oh my God, you put it perfectly.
Not so much.
I'm a female version of a dude.
Not a dude, the dude.
The dude?
Oh my God, has she not ever seen? Oh my God. Okay, never mind.
The White Russians, you want to do?
I mean, anyway.
Whatever.
But like I just feel like I'm just like a.
You've never seen. Wait a minute. You've never seen.
Actually, she tried to watch a movie and she didn't like.
You've never seen The Big Lebowski. You've never seen The Big Lebowski.
She tried to watch some of it and she's like, "Nah, I don't watch this no more."
God.
In 1999.
Maybe.
Big Lebowski is a classic. You're like the female version of the dude.
Ooh, I'm the female version of who?
The dude in Big Lebowski.
Oh, I want to watch it now.
She wants to watch it. Maybe tomorrow we'll watch that then.
I don't know if I'm gonna like it.
It's a classic.
It's a good movie.
No, I might like the movie, but I'm gonna be like, I'm the female version of the dude.
You're like the female version of the dude. You are like,
I
you know,
like that. John Goodman.
you don't want to be stressing your
Am I
life.
John Goodman?
You like the life is good. You don't want any stress. You're just trying to get through and do what you're doing.
Exactly.
No, the dude
Like
is
the
Jeff
dude.
Daniels.
I would love to be Jeff Daniels.
Isn't it? The dude is Jeff Daniels, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's bowling.
Sounds like I do like to bowl, but I've never been good at it.
Jeff Bridges.
Or Jeff
Daniels
Bridges.
Jeff Daniels was at Independence Day.
Yeah. I meant Jeff Bridges. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
I'm just a neutral being.
The dude.
That's the dude.
You are the female version of the dude for sure. That's like Rod said.
Really? Yes. Okay, I want to watch it now.
We'll watch it tomorrow then.
Okay, I'm going to watch it tonight because I want to know.
I'm not a fan of Lagunitas switching to a 4-pack of 12 ounce for the same price with the Lagunitas. Where's the other 2 bottles? Yeah, I haven't seen a 4-pack in their stuff. Usually we get the 6, unless it's the Willetized or some type of special type beer.
Right.
Usually like they're 10% like that. We usually have a 6-pack, I would think. But Lagunitas always cuts good deals and stuff, so I can't really complain
It's
too
the
much.
best bang for your buck.
Donnell Rawls is all about the son. Come on, son. Yeah, Donnell. Chappelle show. And I worked at Pfizer Corp in Manhattan. Some of the high-ranking employees discovered I was at the loft. Oh, did they come see you at the loft then? I've been addicted to Boom Boom sticks. I like the tropical and berry ones most.
That sounds yummy.
How's it Boom Boom sticks?
Boom Boom sticks.
Boom Boom always sounds fun.
We're shopping tomorrow after I buy the shrimp for the horseradish Bloody Marys. Let me get Dragon's Milks on the list.
It should be. Yes.
Now, you know what? She did tell me they have on a hold for her the salted caramel. So she will be getting the salted caramel from the base.
Won't be.
I'm begging to be sexually assaulted.
I'm begging to be sexually assaulted.
You know. but like, I'm going to say this.
I mean,
right.
maybe.
No, I mean, that is.
Go ahead.
No, but that is like it's fucked up because like one of the top female fantasies is like which is
sexually assaulted man?
To be assaulted?
Not assaulted.
Well, I mean sexually
to
assaulted. Dominated, yeah.
To be dominated. That is a top female fantasy.
To be dominated?
To be dominated. Yeah, like animals. You know.
What website are you looking at?
Listen to her search history, Todd.
Yeah, really. I don't know. Inquiring minds want to know.
But it's fucked up because that's one of our biggest fears, but it's also a fantasy.
Well, that's also because here in America, a lot of people are restrained about sex.
They are.
Versus
They
in the
are.
country, so.
Absolutely. You're totally right.
I still laugh when people
Well,
get
and
upset,
then-
like when a woman's breastfeeding at a restaurant or something like that, and everything, and people are like all upset, like she should cover up or she should do this or she should. I'm like, for God
You know
forbid,
what?
God forbid this woman is using her chest the way it's supposed to be used.
Right.
Like just don't look if it bothers. I mean,
That's human
she's still
nature.
feeding her baby. Yeah, it's just stupid.
But like,
That's what it should be.
but as I've gotten older, like if now, because I'm a different person now as I've gotten older and I've grown, like now, if I'm too old to be a mom breastfeeding, but like if I was now and a man was staring at me, I'd be like, come here. And then I'd pull my tit out and I'd squirt my breast milk in his eye. And I'm like, how fucking sexy is it now?
Yeah, you want some of this?
Yeah.
Squirt.
Sadly,
Yeah.
I'll say again, there's probably people that pay
Because
good
that
money
shit
for that.
squirts out.
That's all you want here, big boy.
Yeah.
Come
That
on.
might be an OnlyFans channel, Shannon.
Yeah. But like, you want to see my big old milk engorged tit? Let me squirt you in your fucking eye. Yeah. Yeah. I wish I would have had the
Put your eye
balls
out,
I have
kid.
now when I was.
That's the new Christmas story. You put your eye
This
out,
is
kid.
right. This is what I gotta live with.
Yeah, I'd been like, how sexy is it now that you can't see, buddy? So sexy.
Yeah.
So sexy.
What do you think about this now? Squirt.
Yeah.
That's definitely would be viral on TikTok.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm like, you want to see what they look like when all the milk's gone? Be like, yeah, they won't be so sexy anymore, will they?
Like, never mind. Sorry, lady. Sorry, lady. I'll
Sorry,
walk along.
lady.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
move along.
Oh, this is why you hang into the show, my friend.
Little
That's
boy.
right. That's right.
I'd be
Yeah.
like, come here, little boy. Little boy. Yeah. Fuck
Good.
you.
Yeah, they gotta hang you into the after hours. That's when the shit really gets real.
No, you don't eat boom boom sticks. You smell them. Oh, okay. So you smell the sticks. I've never heard of boom boom sticks before. I've heard of the boom boom boom. You know.
Are we still talking about the Brazilian wax?
No, the boom boom sticks that Beer Hound got. You actually smell them. He said he got the boom boom sticks.
I feel like we're tapping into an unmarketed industry.
I don't know.
I just know the boom boom room. Salted caramel dragon smell. Yes,
Boom, boom, room.
yeah, that's usually.
Can you imagine what the sticks smell like in the boom boom room?
Well, you,
Oh, God.
you ain't usually smelling the sticks. I don't think in the boom.
Whose sticks are we talking about? This stick? Oh my God.
I mean, some rooms may come
That's
with some rooms may come with sticks. I don't think the ones I'm thinking of do though.
Probably not.
It'd be like surprise crying game. Oh, June 1983. One day I did not carry my weapon. I should have in Alaska.
Yeah.
Ooh,
That's my thing. Like,
red
don't
rod,
have a
your
gun,
BB
but-
gun on my breast milk in your eye, right? That'd be the new Christmas story. Shannon take your eye out.
Shoot your eye out.
I love your men's innocent fantasies and how you think they're going to work out.
Love to see that for sure. Gilbert be on board.
Yeah. You'd like
Squirt.
you'd like to see it, but you wouldn't like to be a part of it.
Woman squirts breast milk at guy. I mean, that's worth of 10 million hits probably if it goes viral. It's always flat and while I'm an ass man after the milk runs out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's some funny shit. That's funny right there.
That's all I can say.
Usually guys are hitting women in the eye, but no, Shannon's gonna hit the guy in the eye.
Yeah. It's my fucking body. I'll fucking use it as a weapon.
Oh my god. Oh, you're gonna bullwhip, yeah. Just
No, you
hilarious.
boys and your mommy issues.
Oh my god. It's not us, it's just some guy that would be looking. It's like you're the one to say, hey, come here.
Yeah, I'm
Right.
like,
You want to see this? See up close.
Oh my
Get your little
God.
squirt. Get your little squirt of this.
Could you imagine if I was who I am now when I was 20-something years old? Ugh.
See, go back now with the knowledge you have now. I always said that you'd be dangerous. Just any of us going back with the knowledge we had now.
Yeah.
But I'm teaching my daughter to be who I should have been in my 20s.
Oh my goodness, you're going to
Yeah, right.
unleash her on the world now.
I'm like, get a vibrator and like live your life. You know, you are your own
I was
woman.
not prepared for that.
I'm like, la, 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 la,
Yeah.
la, 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 la.
No, I'm just like, her friends will be like, I will tell you. I'm like, you can tell me. I'm not a rat. I'm not going to tell your mom unless you're like fucking hooking up with some 40-year-old pedophile online. I'm not going to tell your secrets. Unless your life's in danger, then you can tell me whatever.
Well, she can't hook up with R. Kelly because he's in jail already. So
Yeah, we've kind of sort of become like the cool parents. Like,
Yeah. I don't know if we're cool.
well, I
We're
mean,
just,
they
you know,
like to hang out at our house and don't
because
really
we just
care.
let them. I'm like, stay here, do what you want, but you can't leave. Because I was a teenager. You're going to fucking do it no matter what. Like,
Yeah,
I'd rather
well,
you be here and be safe.
better
You
there
know,
than in the
like-
park.
Not stupid. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just like, be here, be safe. Don't do nothing stupid. I mean, you can do stupid stuff, but just don't put your life in danger.
Right.
Baby needs to eat.
Yeah.
Baby
Like-
doesn't give a fuck. That's about it. Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah, it's
but
just funny. Like people get all upset with that stuff, and it's just like
they're going to fucking do it anyway.
It's like
Wouldn't you rather be there to protect them when they
it's
do
a
it?
natural act. It's like a natural act. So
Yeah.
why are you like? I don't know. It's like some probably repressed type feeling that some of these guys have. I guess I don't know. Like we went to New Year's Eve dinner years ago, and there was like Janine said, "Oh, there's a woman over there breastfeeding or whatever behind us." Like it was just like, all right, like it's not like it was going to stare down. It was like it's just somebody breastfeeding.
Like, yeah, whatever. That's
Good for
fine.
her. Good for her for doing
Yeah,
what she
I'm
needs
like,
to do.
it's about you not
like, well, put a
running
cover over it, like so the kid has to be in the dark because you're uncomfortable, like with a natural act. Like, yeah, it's like no big deal.
But I'm
But on
also,
the flip side, is like, how uncomfortable is that person to actually do that?
no, if they're doing it, they're not
Yeah.
fucking uncomfortable.
No, I'm saying no.
Or they're like, I might be
No.
uncomfortable, but you know what? You're more uncomfortable than me.
No, but they're doing it because they're putting their baby.
Well, some people will say, "Well, what about
Yeah,
other kids?"
right.
So
Yeah.
I'm not
Some
saying
people will
like
say, "Well,
person-
some people."
What I'm saying,
will
like,
say,
still takes a little oomph to do that.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
some people will say, "What about the other kids around?" I'm like, "Well, fucking have your sex talk with the kids. Let them know where fucking babies come from."
Right.
Right.
Explain it to
Exactly.
them.
Or
It's
tell
not-
your
it's not
children
hard.
what breasts are made for.
Yeah. They're not
I've
just
never
for.
understood
They're not
men
just for
and
Hooters
breasts.
T-shirt kids. They're not just for Hooters.
Yeah. Like, I've
actually
never,
have
Not just
purpose.
chicken wings.
They actually have a purpose.
I have never understood men and breasts because we have the exact same thing you do. We just have more fat or milk or whatever. Like, I remember one time, I think I was like 16 or 17 in Sellersburg, and me and my friends and my boyfriend at the time were walking down the street, and this guy in this car came out, and he was like, looked at me, he's like, "Are you 18? And I was like, "No, I'm not, dude. Like, I'm not 18. Like, move along." And I'm like, and I still remember, I'm like, what the fuck? I mean, at least he had enough respect to ask if I was 18. Now that I look back, but I'm like, there's just fucking fat pads and milk ducts. I'm like,
Wait a minute. You said fat pads and what?
milk
Milk
ducts.
ducks.
I'm like,
Basically like udders.
they are udders.
Get some
Oh.
milk.
Oh my God. I know why he said that.
I'm done.
No, Rod.
Rod's like, I'm done.
No, Rod. You want to know why he said that? Is because one night I came out and I was like, had no bra on, and I was swinging my tits around, and I'm like, look, they look like udders. Remember? Yeah, I was like, look, they look like udders.
That's not why I said that, but maybe it was. I could be like implanted in my brain.
You get a timeout.
See y'all next year.
You get a timeout on the play there.
Like, look, they look like udders.
I do remember that. That's not why I said that, but I do remember that now. Maybe I did. I don't know. It was like implanted in my mind, I guess.
No, and like a few, I don't know how many years ago, but I had this like nightgown on, and it was like a tank top. So I took my tank top and I put like the straps between my boobs, and my tits were hanging out. And Kylie was like, my daughter, I was like, watch, let's see how long it takes your dad to realize. And I walk out with my tits hanging out with my tank top between my boobs. And I'm walking around, and he looked at me. He's like, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
And my daughter's just sitting there like, oh, my God.
Good Lord, I'm going to bed. It's like, good night. I love y'all. Good night.
I'm just like, it's just my body. It's just my body.
Again, Rod, this is what I got to live with.
That's why I'm not a sexualized person, because I'm just like, it's just my body. It's just my body.
And this says, feed the baby when they're hungry. The baby takes precedent regardless of where you are. Exactly.
Yeah, right. Yes. Yes.
So milk bags, large ones. Do you want chocolate with that?
Wouldn't that be amazing? No, because if there was chocolate, men would want to suck on them.
Oh, yes. For sure.
More than they already do.
I'm pretty sure men still. There's some men that still.
That's what I'm saying. More than they already do.
There's probably an OnlyFans page out there for the milk effect. I'm just.
Oh my God.
With all the crazy shit out there nowadays, I'm like, yeah.
You started sucking on my nipples. I'll be like, this is not sexy. This is not sexy.
Well, 2021 coming to an end.
This was.
We'll bring it to a close, just like that.
Yeah.
You can kiss them, you just can't suck them.
That's like a whole different topic for a whole different show, but
I'll be there for that show, Rod.
That should be the tagline.
I'll be there for that show.
That should be the tagline. You can kiss them, but just don't suck them.
Yeah.
You can suck them, just don't suck the nipple. God. How is that not born without a filter?
See, Nelson said people buy breast milk not for the baby. So there's people into this kind of stuff.
Well, whatever sells, whatever sells.
Where do you buy breast milk at?
Online.
There's places, I'm sure, Todd.
No, I guarantee there is, but I'm just.
But some people buy it for their baby.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Helicopter with me.
I don't want to buy it for me.
I mean, if you do, just don't tell me about it.
Yeah.
I don't. I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't.
Yeah. So.
Shannon's fucked her life up once again tonight. Yeah, she's fucking.
Well, that got the Cosby doing the Fat Albert kids' voices out of my head. So.
And now you're just thinking about breast milk.
I'm just laughing too much.
Chocolate breast milk.
Trying to take somebody's eye out, but yeah. So.
Well, don't fucking make my breasts something that they're not. To feed a baby.
God.
To feed a baby.
Yeah.
Oh, but that being said, it's 12:04. I do gotta get up and go to work in the morning. You two kids are COVID lockdown or whatever, but watch The Big Lebowski.
I'm the female version of who?
The dude.
We're gonna go watch it right now because I want to know who I am. Apparently, I'm the dude.
And hopefully you enjoy seeing it from that perspective. But
that's totally the way I'm gonna watch it. We're gonna go into bed and watch it now.
All boobs matter.
All boobs matter.
They should.
But thanks for everybody that tuned in. A great time, great show. Thanks for hanging in. with the channel as we close out 2021, of course, and head into 2022. We'll see. Maybe tomorrow night a New Year's live stream. We'll see how that actually works out. So
we'll be all right.
Let's do it.
We're good.
If not, Happy New Year's, everybody.
Be happy now. Don't worry about the future. Just be happy now.
2022. God, see, now it's stuck in my head when I say 2022. That
right,
2022. Like, it's like, no, we don't want to go backwards. We want 2022 to be a great
We're
time.
fine, Rob. We're fine.
Right.
Go out
We're
there and
fine.
kick 2022 in the ass. So everybody have a better year and great success and fun, and get these last 2 years behind us. Oh, they got Vanessa talking about liquid latex.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's one place I've never went.
Cheers,
Fuck that.
Gilbert. Still vacation sucking. Enjoy that, man. I forgot you were on vacation. Enjoy that, my friend.
Enjoy, EG. We are too.
I'm stuck on boobs. More boobs in 2022. Well, he's in the
Hey,
OC.
the milk-filled ones.
Make boobs great again.
He's in the OC. He's in the OC, so he has a lot of fake ones out there. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Make
See,
boobs
message
great
everyone.
again.
Watch the Big Lebowski. Fun. It's a fun
We're going to
movie.
watch it tonight.
It's a fun movie. So yeah, Shannon is now the female dude. Next time we post it up, Shannon, aka female dude.
Todd and the dude.
Yeah.
Todd and the
The
dude.
dudette.
It will be.
No, the dudette.
No, just the dude.
The dude.
Hey, you know who else is in the Big Lebowski, Shannon?
What?
You know who else is in the Big Lebowski?
Who?
Sam Elliott.
Yeah.
I just melted in my boobs, and I just melted into a big puddle. Ooh, he is. I didn't know that. I've never met an 80-year-old as hot as Sam Elliott.
He's not 80 yet.
Is
He's
he
70.
80?
Whatever. I've never met a 78-year-old.
Morgan Freeman is like, I think he just turned like 73, I think, or something. No, not
Yeah.
Morgan Freeman. It was somebody
But-
else who just turned 73.
But Morgan Freeman's voice, like, okay, let's go.
I think Todd's about to get lucky, folks. So yeah. Don't go milking now. Just saying. But Vanessa says Sam Elliott is good. Yeah.
Yes, he is.
A lot of women like Sam Elliott. So
Yes, we do.
older charm or whatever.
Mm.
make boobs great again. Nice. All right, y'all. We are out of here.
It's always been nice.
Thanks for everybody that hung in. Always fun. Look forward to doing more of these. Going to do some new stuff here in 2022 with the channel as well. So hopefully you guys enjoy. That being said, we are out of here, and I look forward to catching up with you guys soon. Cheers, everybody.